Ooh. Alright, hello everyone, I'm Aren, and welcome back to Arknights. It's time to read through the story. Hi Les, how you doing? Welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well today. Last time we did read through the prologue, as usual. Hello. Oh, there we go. We read through the beginning, we finished all the stages, so now it's time to jump in. I was really tempted to just start reading through the story as we went, but I'm glad we got through the boss and everything at first, so you know, we just focus on the story fully right now. So yeah, that's probably what we're doing right now. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. No, I think we're good. Sorry, I didn't pull up the stream over here, but everything is well, right? Everything is going good. Let's see. Hopefully the stream looks good. Let's see with it before. It shouldn't be the narration, right? Remember last time when it was voiced the moment we came in? Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, I just wanted to start early on to, you know, make as much progress as possible. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully anyone won't miss much. Hello, do you find it funny that Evelyn that was my favorite one. Evelyn and Reed's art seems so complex, powerful over life and death, until it's just like I cast delete. It's true. Yeah. Like Reed has the Harnesses, right? The not Mythic Caster. What's it called? Something. Yeah, healer. And then Evelyn has the revive. Until it's just like, yep, just gonna burn you now. That's a good point. I wonder what they will do. I mean, that's why people have been thinking that the new classes they introduced, right? In the CN server, the guard, the arts guard that also has elemental damage, right? People have been theorizing that that's gonna beat Alula. Like that's similar to when they introduced Techno, that revived also enemies that she defeated. So yeah, I wonder if it will be something like that, or she'll do something more unique. I don't know. But that's a good point, yeah. I wonder if there's a reason for that. But let's see. I wonder if it's because they come directly from their, like, the royal bloodline or something. Ebla and Reed. Maybe. But let's see. News boys. Extra, read all about it. The Victorians are retreating, not fighting. Tara has gotten back all its territory. Peace will be restored to all of Tara by Samhain. Oh, Samhain is the festival, right? I guess that's what the event is gonna be around. Interesting. Stop the cart. I guess it makes sense why it's like vegetation, the enemies. All that stuff. But yeah. Stop the cart. I've been ordered to escort you directly to meet Her Highness, with no delays. Before I meet her, I need to see it with my own eyes. My sister's city. Post-war Tara, the survivors and civilians, have their new lives finally begun? If you insist. But the people are not yet prepared for 2 red dragons. Of course I know that. She gonna put her hood on? Oh, hello. Hey, Kodo. Welcome. That's their listening scene. I know Tallulah is mixed dragon long, but Tallulah is also pro dragon royalty. I still think that her art seems a lot more powerful than those two, though, somehow. It's true. Yeah. I mean, she's gotta do something crazy, right? With how expected and... what's it called? How much we've waited, I guess, for her to become playable. She's gotta do some pretty cool stuff, at the very least, right? Yeah. I'm sure they will come up with something, if they haven't already. Yeah, welcome, Ingo. How you doing today? Let's see, we just started, yeah, you didn't miss anything. Let's see. Did I... hold on, one more second. No, I guess I did, because yeah, there we go, okay. Just take this. These knives, axes and bolts are all made of iron. They'll make for good materials. I beg you, Kulan, take them. Even if you have to melt them down and make some ice for a statue. Autumn is almost over, and morning in Saurisi are cold and damp. Saurisi? Saurisi. Yeah. A pair of scarred, weathered hands rub against the cold and dry metal cuts, much like a soldier running their fingers over a medal of valor in wartime. Yeah, some adequate war criminal deeds, probably. Well, the people yell out his name, hoping the broken tools in the hands will be accepted, smelted, and used by the hero to forge the statue. The hero. Yes, the hero. Even story needs a hero like that. Every story needs a hero like that. It's interesting. It's like the narrator. It will be nice if the narration lines were voiced, but either way, it's cool. Also, very cool. Another cool design. Holy crap. Also, I think, yeah, the higher resolution NPCs are because they did like or the higher resolution everything. It's because there was like a game engine update. So yeah, it makes sense because my phone actually ran out of space when I updated for this event, the game. So yeah. To apply to our company, you need to either have medical education or an adequate war criminal record, or be under 12. Yeah. If you don't meet any of those requirements and you're under 12, yeah, we'll help you out. Don't worry. We'll teach you any number of those, maybe all of them. You know. Let's see. Theo, come help carry this stuff onto the workshop. I mean now, Theo. I'll help you sharpen your knife tonight. What a lazy brat. This is what you get for pampering him too much. No, I mean, doesn't matter if that boy's around. Just take everything, please. I can't take everything. We'll need those tools to get by. And that goes double for your prosthetic leg. I'm standing up fine, aren't I? That wooden leg Nemo's made is only temporary. Once better craftsmen arrive in town, they can repair your iron alone. But you're making a statue to commemorate our victory in the war. One that'll be displayed in the main square during Samhain. Frankly, it'll be an honor for my rusty old leg to be a part of that. No means no. Just take it already. It's all old stuff we'd have thrown out while cleaning anyway. No one's got any use for them. What's wrong with these balls? They look perfectly fine to me. We can use clay ones instead. As for the axes, we'll just share the few we got left. The war just ended, and the city's short on everything. If we don't help you, how will the statue ever be finished? The engine is cool, now they have one rotate on my phone. Oh, interesting. Still, I can't accept used prosthetics, no matter what. Yeah, that will be weird. You're a great man, my hero, but you can be so stubborn. Oh, there she is. I feel like that is not concealing anything. Lakshini slowly walks into the crowd. For some reason, she feels as though there's something separating her from them, as if she's looking at them from the other side of a bonfire. Yeah, well, I wonder what you are. Very smooth, very smooth. Stealth, yeah. She's got very high charisma or something, I don't know. Excuse me, what are you all doing? A new face in town? Haven't seen many of those lately. Where are you from, Vovier? Yes, that's what I am. I've returned to Tara from a place far, far away. I see. See, Cullen? If you just take everything without a fuss, you wouldn't have embarrassed yourself in front of our countrymen from afar. My answer is still no. Not the prosthetic leg. The other stuff, fine. Hold on, just had to fix myself a little bit. I know that hood is for her face and all, but yeah, very hard to defend, yeah. Yeah, I get the face part. I mean, even then, at least they should have made it a bit on the shadow or something. Yeah. Maybe Arknights think that if we don't see the face, we can't recognize them, because you know how sometimes they do the thing where they show the sprite, but the face is in the shadows? And it's like, question mark, huh? I wonder who this is. Yeah. It's cool. Cool added design. It makes her look more like Melina, right? From Elden Ring. helps the connection. Let's see.
Why are people donating their pots, pants, and prosthetics?
Because we all want to erect a statue in the square for Samhain to celebrate Tara's rebirth.
Maidenless, yes.
Victorian Hansen, what's the point of hiding your face with hood if all Taran look the exact same? Dang.
It's to celebrate Samhain? I've only ever come across the festival in Taran folklore. It's held after the autumn harvest and before winter, yes? And it's meant to connect this shore to the next.
You know your stuff, Bovier. We used to just celebrate the harvest every year. It was the Dubliners who told us about the festival's historical origins. So we sweep our houses, prepare a feast for our guests, and most importantly, light bonfires. On the day when life and death intertwine, we welcome all visitors to the banquet. There's so much to do. And since this is the first Samhain since Tara's rebirth, it should be even more grand. Good thing too, otherwise Cullen will never accept our pots, even if he had to tear down his house instead. Speaking of, do you have any iron of your own you'd like to donate, so the hero can add it to the statue?
All I have on me is a bookmark. I think it's made of iron. Will that do?
You don't need to listen to her, Taran from afar.
So what sort of statue are you making?
A red dragon, to celebrate Tara's rebirth.
A red dragon?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Cullen, if you don't take my prosthetic leg, I won't leave until you do. And I suppose I'll have to pick you up and carry you back myself. You and your gigantic muscles. By the time Samhain is over and the statue has been erected, we'll all be living the good life. We'll be able to make as many prosthetics as we want. Just imagine, a massive dragon statue standing tall in the night. Even through winter, its flames will remain lit, just like in the legends. Why, it'd be enough to drive off all the man-eating mist. And we wouldn't have to obey that blasted curfew anymore. The curfew is an order approved by the Red Dragon, put in place to ensure our safety. I know that. Of course I know that. Zirconian colonies talk. Sir, do you happen to have any iron? Yeah. It is something that you will stumble upon an RPG, right? Like, I need 20 pieces of iron, and if you give them, you get like a key for something, or yeah, something for your adventures. As they speak more and more, people begin to gather around them, until the alley is completely blocked. They each carry all manner of things meant to be melted down for the statue. Cullen patiently receives each new visitor as the objects of his feet begin to pile up. He's quite a large man, but even he can't carry all of them at once.
Allow me to help you, Cullen.
Oh, no need for that. My apprentice, Theo. Can you really count on Theo, though? We have no idea where that rascal ran off to. He talks a good game, but slacks up when no one's watching. Typical Victorian. And how old was he when his parents died? Does he even remember Victoria? Damn. So anyway, what's your name, friend?
Reed. Have you found a place to stay yet? You're welcome to stay at my place for the night. You wouldn't want to be wandering the streets during curfew, that's for sure. I think I do, but a curfew? You mean the city has a lights out bell? Not quite. Victoria used lights out bells to suppress the Tarans. Now Saoirsi's curfew is to safeguard us. The black mist lingers in the dark woods, shielding all of Now Saoirsi from outsiders, but at times it also drifts into the city streets. The curfew is meant to prevent anyone from encountering the mist. It permits no trespass. Anyone who enters without permission will never return. You mean the mist really hits people? Listen to yourself. You come all this way and this is what you ask about? Look, things will feel better soon. Just you wait. Now come with me. I'll show you around now, Saoirsi. What about the man building the statue? Cullen, was it? What is he going to do? I know a bit of arts. Perhaps I could help him. Oh, don't worry about him. He's a genuine hero. He once dispatched an entire Victorian scout team in the dark woods. Unfortunately, he was a bit of a softie at the last moments. He is the only one willing to put up with Theo's nonsense. All by himself? Really? Well, in the woods, the forest has always been on the Taran's side. Stop changing the subject, Reed. Just come with me and have some ale and stewed meats. It'll warm you right up. You must know that you've come home at the perfect time.
Yeah, the arms. Those got massive arms. Oh, is this Theo? Stop thinking about the looming doom creeping upon us. Think positively. Yeah. Just ignore that for now. I mean, I guess if they believe that the statue will help with that.
Yeah. Whew. Well, at least there are still potatoes in the store. Damn, look at the time. I'm late.
Oh. Who's the one charging through here like a wrecking ball? Theo?
Sorry. I'm just in a hurry to get back. I didn't mean to bump into you, sir. Here, let me wipe that off for you.
You dare to disrespect me too?
What? No. Maybe I misspoke. I was just wondering if you needed help.
Stay away from me. What the heck? The man raises his cane and strikes Theo hard on the chest, knocking him away. The morning mist has long since gathered in the uneven crevices of the store pavement, forming murky puddles. Caught off guard, Theo stumbles backward and falls straight into one. You Victorian scoundrel. Who do you think you are? How dare you offer me charity?
Put that cane away. What's going on here? Oh, hello. Are you okay, Theo? Oh. I'm fine, Bridget. I'm fine. I crashed into him first.
Yup, I was gonna say. I guess everywhere you go, there's gonna be racism. A ruthless nomad and a Victorian mongrel. Couldn't ask for a more perfect pair of lowlifes. You're not exactly making your ancestors proud, Bridget. It's the same for Altera, natural catastrophes, seaborne collapses, Mantarkas, weird climate, constant wars, and horrible spreading disease. It's a pretty good life out there, I guess, so yeah, you make a good point. Honkai character, do you get Isekai here? I can see that, yeah, I can see that. The similarities.
What's that supposed to mean?
Forget the Victorian mongrel. What about you?
You're descended from the exiled king, from the very clan that's supposed to warn the Tarans of impending catastrophes. Yet here you are, mingling with the likes of him. Even during the war, you never cared whether your own people won or lost. You just coldly toss those battle reports into the citadel, then go door to door delivering those meaningless personal letters. Are you not even fit to call yourselves Tarans?
Okay, dude, just Twitter personified or something. Just wanted someone to be annoyed at. Her tail is so fluffy. It is, yeah. I hadn't noticed. It is. It's like a completely different texture, but yeah, I like it. So floofy.
So, this is the only place you have to go? Why not just go back to Cullen? I need to wash my clothes first. Should be quick. You don't need to worry about me, Bridget. Of course I'm worried. I came here just to see you, after all. How is a place wrecked by war and left to rot any better than Cullen's workshop? At least there you have the forge keeping you warm and hot meals. No, it's just that I don't want to cause him any trouble. Please don't tell Cullen about what happened today, okay? I'll be on my way as soon as my clothes dry. I'm not here for him, Theo. I'm here for you, to take you away. Take me away? Did he say something to you? Just what sort of relationship do you have with him anyway? If I hadn't shown up today, were you going to take the beating without fighting back? My instincts are never wrong. If you stay in the city, they'll just keep finding new ways to push you around. Today, they shoved you into a puddle and beat you with a cane. Tomorrow, who knows? Anyhow, just come with me. I can take you to the plains or anyone else you fancy. Up to you. You and me, we don't belong here. And if you got nowhere else to go, you can always head to Nemo's old place and stay with the Wakemen for a while. I do want to see them, after all the stories Nemo's has told me. But I can't leave. Not unless Cullen asks me to. Deimos has no time to look after him, and the dragon statue isn't finished yet. What will he do if I just up and left? But still, thanks, Bridget. If you say so, then I'll take you back to the city before I leave. No, don't bother. It's cold out, so my clothes won't be dry for a while. I'll go back then. Any fall else fails, I can always take shelter in the abandoned home. Someone left a quilt and bedsheets there, and I've stayed here before. It'll be fine. If you really don't want to come with, well, I suppose it's safer here than risking a trip to another city. So now even Cullen looks after you all the time, huh? He has more important things to do. I should be making things easier on him, not giving him something else to worry about. Well, goodbye then. Take care of yourself, you hear? Sweet. Okay, though we got, so far all the playable characters have been introduced. Oh no, they were missing one, yeah, the 5-star. Yeah. Which, who knows if she'll even be here. Sometimes the 5 stars are not even... the 5 stars from the banner are not even connected to the event. So let's see. We're here. Like I said, you've come at a perfect time. Today we have fresh ale, stew, and oatmeal. If only we had a bonfire. Shouldn't you save that for Samhain? According to the old customs, we can always light it a few days before Samhain. Then again, the war just ended, so we really don't have much in the way of firewood. We can't just start chopping down trees either because of the curfew. At any rate, it still lights out. The sun can be our bonfire today. Or still light out? Yes, still light out, yeah. But that's enough chit-chat. Take a seat. I'll have them make room for you. Great. Lokshini steps forward in the damp, chilly air. Each dish in the lavish spread on the table has the same familiar scent. Warm, rustic, and simple, yet not what it seems. She looks around, concealing her surprise, only to find that no one else finds any of this unusual. Is this stewed meat? Yeah, this here is the meat. These are grilled fins. And your cup is full of ale. Oh, right, and we also have oatmeal. I'll go grab you a bowl. But... all the dishes appear to be made of the same thing. They are all made of potatoes, right? Their statue is bowls, their bonfire is the sun, their feast is... potatoes. As the friendly resident goes to fetch a bowl of oatmeal, Lokshini stands up and walks over the cart and burden beast that has been waiting for her the whole time. Oh. So they really are ignoring, it seems, their situation. Interesting. Hi, Brigadier, again.
Her Highness will return very soon. Please wait here.
And this place is?
Now Savir's citadel. The highest point in the city is just a few steps beside you. This is also where Her Highness lingers most, when she's in the city.
I'm glad to see you're filling the halls with candlelight, musicians, and lavish feasts.
I'm glad? Yeah, I guess. I've already told you. The primary reason the city is short on supplies is because trade between Victoria and Tara has not yet fully resumed. We're working as hard as we can to resolve the issue. The residents are very understanding of the situation. They hold nothing but goodwill and genuine love for Tara. Your Highness Eblana.
There she is. Leave us.
At once.
Lokshini. Just what is going on in the city, sister? Everyone's celebrating Samhain, except there's no harvest, no bonfire, and the feast is nothing but potatoes. If you came here to make me repeat what the Brigadier has already told you, well, I suppose I can play along. I wouldn't want to spoil our long overdue reunion. I'm more worried about your spear. Where is it now? My spear? If you're talking about the spear you gave me, it's being stored in a warehouse on Rhodes Island. I no longer need it. How can someone with no weapon claim any sort of power? Or forget power. Even survival will be a struggle. I said the spear you gave me. Also, you won't kill me. At least not yet. As a puppet that has only just regained its soul, you wouldn't want to break me before you've had a chance to play with your new toy. Your words are quite hurtful. Anyone can be made a puppet, Logshini. Anyone except you. You are my dance partner, yet you'd rather stand in my shadow than join me in the floor. Until about a year ago, you finally got bored of me, didn't you? I don't recall what you're referring to. As for power, I'm not here for power. That power rightly belongs to you. Oh? You've been setting fires all across Tara. Those fires have melted the chains that once bound the Tarans. That much is true. Then why have you returned? To bear witness. If you're truly willing to use your power to give the Tarans a new beginning, then I will do everything I can to support you. Say, for example, that you're too busy to deal with the supply shortages in the city right now. If so, I will be willing to help with that. Whether I step forward as a second Red Dragon, or hide my identity as before, it makes no difference to me. As noble as ever, my dear sister. But I can't say whether you will truly be satisfied with that. The sister I knew wasn't someone who sought power simply to live a life of indulgence. She wanted more than that. But so far, every step you've taken has been paid with bones and blood. I can only pray that's because you've had no other choice. I sincerely hope I'll never have reason to collect my spear and come searching for you. Not bad at all. It seems your life of wandering has taught you more than you've ever learned while acting as my shadow. Let's not beat around the bush. I made my intentions clear, and you've invited me back. So what is it you want from me? You'll find out soon enough. Until you do, though, why not come with me? I'll show you around the Red Dragon's lair.
Okay, sure. Getting some tour from the Red Dragon. Why not?
Legend has it that the architects deliberately shaped the place with an even elevation to mirror the old Taran capital. Legend has it that Tara's stone masons showcase their finest craftsmanship in every building they made, save for one. They refused to add even a single ornament to the citadel, knowing it will be inhabited by a puppet king. Lakshmi has heard many stories like this, but no story can tell you whether it is itself a true flame or merely its shadow cast on the wall. And so she follows her sister up the steps and looks down at the city with her own eyes. She sees the empty pedestal in the square below. It seems to be waiting for something massive to be placed upon it. She sees the winding, undulating cobblestone road stretching from the square, and the humble stone houses. So simple they inspire a sense of affection. But after she focuses her gaze and takes a harder look, she finally sees the thing she had sensed before, the thing that had separated her from the other residents. It is something that definitely does not belong in the city. Flames? Flames. At a closer look, there are tiny sparks of fire scattered across the city. All the residents, whether talking, rushing to and fro, yelling, or resting, are surrounded by flickering flames. Purple flames.
Whoa. Oh, interesting. Oh, is she actually supposed to be wearing this? Because, yeah, that makes more sense, right? That's more of a incognito outfit than in her sprite.
What did you do to these people? You made them into walking corpses, haven't you? You just got back from town. You met them yourself. You should know better than I do. The flames will spread. Your flames of death should not be spread to the living. It is an unfortunate reality, but wherever man resides, so too does death. Whether on the battlefield or in a bustling city, the flames merely hasten the inevitable. But I must admit, it doesn't sit right with me either.
Just her outfit though? No, her outfit is like white, isn't it? Like her dress at least is white. Yeah, compare it with the sprite when it shows up. At least the color seems different. I mean, it might just be the lighting, but Evlena's outfit looks the same. Unless, I mean, I'll check the sprite after this. There is a lot of white in her dress. That's what I remember. So yeah, The dead wander the wilderness. Oh, the dead will wander the wilderness, driven by the desires they held in life, while those tainted by the flames of death can never truly start anew. Life and death cannot remain entangled like this, each defiling the other. But haven't you been their chief defiler? No. Death should be mine to command. I cannot have it expanding upon boundaries I set. What a great outfit. This could be a while. But yeah, it is really cool. I like the style. I mean, it is very storybook style, right? The CG so far. I think that's the idea. Yeah, let me look it up. What's her name? Read the Flame Shadow. Yeah, like, is it the angle then? Like, is the inside of her dress covered up by the cape? Is that the idea? Oh my gosh, they're so small. Yeah, I think I see. Yeah, I guess it's because of the angle. You don't see the inside part of the dress. But this is like the coat that she's been wearing. Okay, so it is what she's been wearing. Interesting. I guess the idea is like she's more covered up in her disguise. Or again, maybe it's just the angle. It might just be the angle itself. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, the cloak is orange. Yeah. Hi Mateo, welcome in. How you doing today? They look like sisters arguing about their favorite dress. They're actually arguing about meaning of afterlife. It's true, yeah. Okay, I can't scroll up in chat. Hello. YouTube, please. Okay, I can't scroll. YouTube. Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't miss anything. I just wanted to check if I missed anything in chat. But I didn't. Yeah, it is cool that you can also, just show it. Him. Well then, my dear sister, what would you like Tara to become? I want your opinion. Should the living endure and the dead rest in peace? Or should all of Tara become a kingdom of death? I mean, seems pretty obvious, but yeah. Why ask a question you already know the answer to? Excuse me. Then it is clear what you must do. Kill me, Lokshini. What? What is with this theme in Arknights? Yeah. This is like, you have to kill me to take my place. Yeah, there's no other way. There's no other, I can't change my ways. You just have to kill me. It's happened at least 3 times at this point, while counting this one. While you've been trudging through the crowds, I've been busy preparing. The moment the tip of your spear pierces my heart, heralding death's embrace, everything tainted by my deathly flames shall leave this realm along with me. Then, you will become the first and only true leader Tara has seen in decades. I will not be your shadow anymore, as we red dragons will not be the monsters they claim us to be, slaughtering our own kin in madness. Sometimes, often even, kinslaying can be a virtuous act.
What about those touched by your fire? Can they really start their lives anew as you promised? I have promised nothing about life, Lokshini. Not even for those untouched by my flames. As for the city folk, they have already been entangled by the violent flames. They will gradually become walking corpses, and eventually live here with me. This much is certain. They are living, breathing people. They fought under your command and won your war for you. They have the right to start anew. An unfortunate fate, to be sure, but their fate nonetheless. No, Evelena, it shall not be their fate. What will you do, then?
When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Oh, nice, yeah. Doing good too, yeah. So far, so good in the event. Pizza party or a billion spiders? I was like, spiders? Spider series then? Wait, no. Yeah, pretty much.
Lokshini has more to say, but Evelena has already turned around and started walking down the long corridor. Her footsteps are so soft that Lokshini did not even realize she had left. After her sister's figure disappears completely into the darkness, Lokshini turns her gaze back to the city. How she wishes it were all just one of Evelena's tricks, but the flames are real. She clenches her fists, pulls up her hood, and turns to descend the steps.
Interesting. Well, let's continue. Because does that mean they're functionally immortal until Evelena dies? Yeah, I don't know exactly what. Okay, my graphics card just freaked out. I don't know what the mechanics exactly are. I know what the theme in the story is, right? Like living without purpose is the kind of deal. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Sorry. Ma'am, hold on, please. Oh, Reed, it's you. You've left so suddenly. I was worried our hospitality had been lacking in some way.
I mean, it was all just potatoes, but hey, I like potatoes. No worries.
No, I truly appreciate your hospitality. I had just suddenly remembered some business I had to take care of. I still have a few questions, though. Will you mind answering them for me? Ask away. Do you realize that you're engulfed in flames?
That's a great line. That's a great, very smooth. Very smooth.
Flames? Oh, you mean my blessing? Wow, you can see other people's blessings? I didn't notice until someone pointed it out to me. Wait, you're saying you know about the flames but can't see them? How can that be? The friendly resident puts her hand on her waist. The ancient Arans carried small flames at their waists, stabilized through originum arts to dispel the dark mist in the marsh. After Victoria seized full control of Tara, their custom, along with all similar practices, was strictly banned. But times have changed. No longer bound by Victoria's rules, the Tarans, or at least the people of Nassau-Irisi, have chosen to wear small originum lamps at their waists. I'm sure you know fuel is scarce, and with the curfew in place, we can't afford to keep the lamps on, nor do we need to. But if we carry these small lamps...
Oh, nice.
That's her fire. That's the color of her fire in the lamp.
Huh. Oh. Weird that the expression also changed when the sprite of the light turned off.
Now, whenever people turn on their lamps, this is the color they'll see. Even if they replace the flames with different ones, the color remains unchanged. And you're not the least bit worried about this. Well, as you can see, things are on the up and up here in Nassau-Irisi. And what explanation can be there but the Red Dragon's blessing? But...
But if a reckless returnee tried to warn her that those flames were anything but fortuitous, she will never believe it. Excuse me. Lakshmi hopes that perhaps a more direct approach will work. But I wanted to experience the dragon's blessing for myself. May I hold your hand? But you've already entered the city. Everyone who does will receive the blessing, sooner or later. Please, it's just a small favor. Well, I suppose it wasn't easy for you to make it all the way back to Tara. Oh, right. What do you do for a living, anyway? I know some basic medicine, along with some healing arts. Nothing to brag about. So you're a doctor, then? We are in need of doctors, actually. Come here. Give me your hand. Can she take the flames away or something? She tightly clasped the woman's callous hand, letting the fire spread from her own wrist to Lakshmi's. Thank you. She shuts her eyes. Close your eyes and remember those whose pain you once soothed, those no longer forced to linger in this realm. Go and warm this cold fire. Ugh. The purple flames gradually fade. Beneath them, a pale face emerges, swaying gently with a friendly smile. So she tries to erase more of the purple flames, but fails to notice when the woman's expression suddenly changes. My God, what the heck? Hey, Blanana, I love that. Get full experience. Lana loves to surprise her family. I didn't upset and burn out my people because I ran out of ideas and I need someone to help me bail out without making me look bad. Yeah. Oh, on tough, I see. Remember, kids, don't give your hand to suspicious women. Yeah. She then spent the rest of her life shaking people's hands. Yeah. Oh. My hand. What did you do to my hand? It's completely numb. What? I can't feel my blessing anymore either. Just what are you doing to me? Let go. Oh, hi. Reed. Awake, woman? Reed, please let go of this poor lady. Sorry, ma'am. She means no harm. I stake my honor on it. But she said she's a doctor. How could a doctor possibly... Arts-based medicine can sometimes have side effects. Look at your hand. It's perfectly fine now, isn't it? But I still can't feel anything. He'll be fine. Will she? The wayward woman raises a hand, gently pressing her warm palm to the frightened woman's forehead. It is just a normal, casual gesture, yet the woman gradually calms down. Okay. I believe you. Right, I still have my hand, as well as my blessing. It's almost nightfall. You should head back home. And Reed, you have another banquet to attend, don't you? A banquet? Right, the banquet. So please, allow me to lead the way. Anesthesia, yeah. Can't even live without it? I mean, I don't know if they can live without it, but it definitely makes them at least numb, right? That numbness. I mean, who knows if it spread to the rest of the body? It might, yeah, kill them in a way. I don't know. Wake, woman. Since you've returned, does that mean Moran and the others have already settled in? That's right. They'll be staying just outside the ruins. They're probably still clearing out the empty houses right about now. Thank you. Don't mention it. By the way, call me Nemos. I hardly do any work as a wake woman these days. Alright, Nemos. You mentioned the banquet just now. Who's hosting it? In a few days, Dublinn will be hosting a celebratory banquet, and all the high-ranking nobles will be in attendance, including Her Highness Ivana. We've been very busy with all the preparations. A celebratory banquet? Well, the residents are making do with stewed meat and grilled fins made from only potatoes. The potato thing started out due to a food shortage, but now they're just Used to it. Yeah. I mean, that seems to be the theme. They with the flames, it seems to be like a comfort zone thing, you know? They're just used to living that way. But Dublin is aware of the situation in the city. They're calling it a banquet, but I didn't see any eating or drinking in the itinerary. I'm not trying to cover for anyone, Miss Lakshini. I truly believe that Dublin wouldn't turn its back on the people of Tara like that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. She's certainly left in a hurry. So if directly removing the violet flames will only cause a panic, what if I were to do it more subtly? Voice from behind. So launder whatever you want then? Who's there? Huh? Hey Rizal, welcome in! Yeah, doing good, doing good. So far the story has been pretty good. Or pretty interesting, yeah. Pretty intriguing, let's say. Yeah. How are you doing? Hope you been well. Let's see. Oh, we're still here. I thought we had changed to another scene or something. The noble red dragon turns around and sees a figure engulfed in blazing purple flames. Oh, there you go. No, if the other residents have been merely kissed by the flames, then the person standing before her seems to have been forged from the purple fire itself. The flames don't look harsh, yet they distort the very light around them.
Unfortunately, what you want sounds incredibly boring. After all, Tara's flames have already been dyed that color. That's just a fact.
You know about the flames?
I happen to find out about them, yes. I'm kinda, engulfed by them, but yeah.
Pretty good, just trying to make a chibi reference. Oh, cool. To 3D model it, or just for practice?
What a long name it does, yeah. Dude's just hunched over for life.
Tell me everything you know. It's extremely important.
Oh, he's not even that hunched. I mean, maybe because of the shape of the face. It was more hunched over. Why should I?
I need to stop people from being engulfed by the purple flames.
So you can replace them with your own flames?
As long as the people of the city are safe, the color doesn't matter.
What grandiose nonsense. It's almost nostalgic. Your excuse is so clumsy that it's laughable, Red Dragon.
What is your relationship with my sister, sir? Lakshini takes a step forward while the figure moves backwards, preserving the distance between them.
Relationship? You, your sister and I are all cut from the same cloth. We all crave power, conflict and bloodshed. We're all itching for what comes next, eager to set the land ablaze. But this time, I'll stay out of it. Until the lair is consumed by flames, I'll be cheering on both sides. Goodbye.
Wait.
Okay.
The red dragon tries to whip the flames of life into a cage, but before it can take shape, the strange figure scatters in the wind. Her fire only briefly illuminated his long tail. Huh. It's a gamer neck right there, yeah. Then returned to nothingness. Oh, DCG again. My job is done here, but you didn't explain anything, yeah. Burn the world, my final message. Yep. Let's see. Sir. The bureaucrat.
It's you. What's wrong? Why have you come to see me now? Don't tell me there's another problem with your grain shop that I have to deal with. I've never treated you as a subordinates. We are business partners, understand?
I understand.
Good. As long as you do, I have another shipment that needs to be escorted out of the city. Leave soon and be back before curfew.
Sir, about that.
About what?
About the grain we sent out before. You said it wouldn't affect the city's food supply, but now we're all stuck eating only potatoes.
Do you know what it is like in other parts of Tara? Where they don't even have potatoes. Nassau's agricultural output is already top tier. We are taking urgent measures to help our countrymen. Understand? Besides, how much did you earn from those last two cards? Look at it this way. The people of Nassau aren't starving. At least they got potatoes to fill their berries. What's more, it's almost harvest time. There will be plenty of new grain then. I'm more worried that your tiny shop won't have the throughput to sell it all. Still, I'm not the one to force anyone to act against their conscience. If you really feel that bad about it, you can always transfer your business license to someone else and close your shop.
But how will I eat then?
I told you, you're not my subordinate. How is that my problem? Alright. Just hand over your business license by the end of the day.
No, don't. Okay, I'll do it.
Arknights issue those two words always, yeah. Why are you still standing there?
I have something else to discuss. My friend told me that lately the dark mist in the forest.
Dark mist? If I needed you to remind me about that, I might as well quit right now. There will be someone waiting for you once you're past the gates. Just like always. Anything else is none of your concern. Now go.
Okay.
Sir! What is it? Did the brigadier say something when he was on patrol this morning?
No, sir. He didn't come around this morning. The leader sent him on another assignment.
Then what's got you in such a panic?
It's officially harvest season for the agricultural plate to the south.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yes, but all the skilled agricultural workers have left the city.
Just follow the handbook. Do exactly as it says. Got it?
Yes, sir.
By the way, what's the estimated yield for the entire plate? Report it to me and I'll consolidate the numbers later.
We're not exactly familiar with this sort of work either.
You're useless.
Can't you at least tell when the crops are ready for harvest? They are definitely ripe, or we wouldn't have harvested them in the first place.
Then is it just business as usual? Report a normal yield based on previous years. Now get going. I'm illiterate, sir. Yeah. All we learned about was just war. Didn't have any reading comprehension at school.
Hi again, Bridget. Hello, I'm Bridget the Nomad.
Cheatery card. What do you want?
I've delivered all my letters in Nassau, so I'd like to go to the highest point in the city and let the wind carry my message to my brothers and sisters. Then I'll be on my way.
Ah, now I remember. It's you. You've been here so many times, and we've never let you up there even once. Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Even the Victorians led me up to the top of the citadel when they were in charge.
Do I look like a Victorian to you?
No, you're a Taran.
Then you should know that, since we're all Tarans, there's no need to indulge those outdated customs of yours anymore. All that nomad and wakeman nonsense, it's all stupid superstition. Now get moving. If you don't, I might just have you arrested.
Fine, I'm going. No need to make a fuss.
Except... You got the same familiar Nako vibes, that's true, yeah. You just imply that we all Tarans look the same. I guess that's true, yeah. He's just playing himself at this point.
Well, I've done exactly nothing I set out to do, other than delivering my letters. Oh well, at least I'm out of the city before curfew. Now to just pass through the dark woods, and I'll be back on the open plains. I just hope the mist will let me through. But it's never stopped the nomads before, so why am I worrying about it? The nomad kicks a pile of fallen leaves by the roadside. The rustling sounds echo through the vast, empty forest ahead. To her surprise, the sound doesn't fade away. It echoes back in a repeating loop. What the heck? Oh, I look at the car. My brother in Christ, you don't look at all. Yeah. Bridget suddenly touches down, trying to cover the scattered leaves before her, where the sound is coming from. Sorry, shouldn't have kicked you. The sound continues. Oh. Dark mist. It doesn't stop. Instead, it grows louder and louder, echoing until it becomes an unbearable, deafening cacophony. At the same time, the dark mist creeps up from her feet, covering her eyes and ears. Until she realizes she's back at the forest entrance. What is this, the Lost Woods? What? This is the 5th time. Not going to let me leave? Really? Forcing me back into the city, is that it? Well, I'm not going back. I'll set up a tent outside the forest if I have to. I'll get my chance to leave sooner or later. So that's what the black mist does? The dark mist? Huh. Okay, it's gonna play an interesting part, I think. A lot of cool NPC designs. Wow, there are so many people here. Sorry, please make way. I've been to Millington Street already. It was picked clean ages ago. The shops are still open, but the shelves are all empty. Even the shopping bags are gone. Grandma said they had stuff left there, so I ran 5 blocks only to find not even a single foul beast feather left. Might as well go back, grab my crossbow, and sneak past the guards to hunt in the dark woods. At least I might get some real meals before I starve. What? You've really gone crazy from hunger now. Going into the forest is a death wish. You're not crazy. Stop talking like you know anything. Who are you to say I don't know anything? Grain store in Lachlan Street, Emma's place. You know about it? Haven't had a chance to check it out yet. What of it? I went there and had a look. There's no grain left, but from what Emma says, it's all because of those bloody Victorians. The Victorian bastards have been blockading us since forever. This isn't new, so why act like it's a big shock? Because their spies have already infiltrated now so easy. Come again? When Emma went to visit the Ackplate, she saw the charred remains with her own eyes. Dublinn is still investigating. Bloody hell, we should have struck back the minute Tara gained independence. Struck back. You're right about one thing, though. You should go get your crossbow. Not to hunt, but to root out the traitors. I mean, hunting will help a lot, right? Maybe you will have actual meat for the festival. Of course, if I caught them, I wouldn't let them off that easy. A quick death is too good for them. Alright. Which can't tie me up? I guess the stores have been cut off from the supply of grain. I bought a few potatoes for cooling, but is it enough? There are too many people here. I'll take another route. Lots of them are armed too. Are they planning to hunt down Victorian spies? But there's no grain left in the city. What does that have to do with the Victorians? But I'll be fine. I'm Mr. Cullen's apprentice. Everyone knows that. Don't be afraid, Theo. No one will hurt you. Theo crouches down and squeezes through the crowd, making his way to the opposite corner of the street. He nimbly slips through a dark, narrow passage and emerges on the other side of a brick wall. Why, when you can blame someone else? Yeah, this has been the theme for these guys so far, it seems. The noise of the crowd gradually fades from his ears. I said it before, real Twitter energy over here. See, no one gave me any trouble. Mr. Cullen must still be busy with the dragon sculpture. By the time he notices what's going on around them, all the stores will be empty. I need to help him.
Nope. Workshop? Nope. Hi, Colin. Take these and give them to the neighbors. Tell them not to worry.
What about you? Or Nemos? Will she have anything to eat? Instead of giving us grain, it'd be more useful to help everyone catch the spies. Otherwise, we'll never get to the root of the problem.
On the way of a sarcasm mindset, yeah. At least those who won't get hurt. Yeah. That's a good point too. Now I'll go. Please let everyone know. But for now, just take them. Nemo stands with the leader, so it's only natural to endure a little hardship for everyone's sake.
Alright then, thank you. Hey, Cullen, you must have more where that came from, right?
Besides,
how do you know we'll be running out of grains? Did Nemo tip you off in advance, or...? What are you saying, Rory?
if you don't want any, fine.
How do I know you or Nemos aren't spies? You've both been raising that Victorian boy together.
Get out.
What, did I hit a nerve? Am I right? Are you really...
Oh.
Cullen, I heard you've been distributing grain. Impeccable timing. So where is it?
Everything that's left is right there. Or right here.
Don't change the subject. You still haven't answered me.
I've said everything I have to say. If you feel these potatoes will dirty your hands, then give them to someone else.
Why, you... Do you want them or not, Rory? If not, then let me have them. There are plenty of hungry bellies to feed. Don't be ungrateful. Now give them here.
Let's play Among Us. Vent yourself out, yeah?
Why should I? You don't want them, right? So give them to me. Fat chance.
Oh. Oh, well.
Stabby time. The potatoes in the bag were very small. None of them had the usual oval shape. My arm! My god, he's bleeding. How could you turn a blade on a fellow Taran, Rory?
Drop the sword. Don't make me use my hammer on you.
You're the only one who can count on, Cullen. Man. Something's been off about Rory lately. I'll follow him a bit to check up on him. He's been out of sorts ever since his antique collection got burned in the war. As for his blade, just take it. Don't let him have it back.
Thank God there are no Victorians checking for knife licenses. It's true. Listen, potatoes are they seem to be, yeah. To the point of stabbing someone, yep, or slicing their hand.
Cullen,
The wound isn't too deep. Come here. I'll stop the bleeding. As far as the grains, I'll have Nemos think of a solution when she gets back.
I know. I know. You're giving away everything you have. But you know, you're not as scary as you look.
Ow. Don't talk. Save your energy. I might have some cornmeal left at home. Let me check. You can have it. Then I'll walk you home.
Man. They're just trying to help out, and... yeah, these guys are just jumping to conclusions way too fast. As it is, I guess, the tradition. I guess especially in short events, because they're like, we gotta move this, we gotta keep this moving forward. Well, no rice makes you do that, true. That too, I mean. Big bro energy, yeah. The whole town's big bro. Cullen, are you and Theo doing alright? Why is there blood in here?
Rory lost control and slashed someone.
Where's Theo?
He left a while ago for... Damn it!
You... forget it. No one could have foreseen things getting so bad so quickly.
How are things in the city?
Rumors are spreading everywhere that the Victorians destroyed the Act Plate, and now Saoirse is about to boil over. I know no one dared to go after Theo after you stood up for him, so you felt safe letting him run around. But this time, it's different.
I have to go find him.
Do you have time for that? Aren't you making that statue?
It only needs to be finished before Samhain. There's still a little time left. Damn it! Damn it!
I'll worry about Theo. You just focus on your work.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea. Hopefully. Hopefully it's fine. Hopefully everything goes fine.
Have you seen Theo? Theo? Where has that boy run off to? Slacking off again, no doubt. Couldn't spoil him too much. You really should talk to him about that.
Okay, you said that before.
Theo! Theo! What trouble has that boy gotten himself into this time? Have you seen Theo? Are you alright?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Just hungry. So, what is it? Did you say something?
Man. Have you seen this man before? It's just a picture.
It looks like a Taran. Well, you know, that will help his case for sure.
Just the person I was looking for. Has that boy Theo been up to anything suspicious lately? No, just keeping himself busy as usual. Well, he'd better. Theo!
Oh, what are you doing here, Wake Woman?
Wait, you're... Oh, the singer. What brings you here?
Okay. I heard rumors of chaos in the city, so I thought there might be something I could do to help. Alas, there is not. All I've heard is that the supply shortage was caused by Victorian sabotage. I've only ever run into the Victorian army by accident, and you and Colin were the ones to save me at the time. Have you seen Theo Taran with a suspiciously Theo-shaped neck? No! That singer? I guess so. The guy who writes a story. Yeah, no wonder when she said the singer, it sounded familiar. Also, the information you provided us on the Wakeman has been truly fascinating.
Sorry, sir, but I really don't have the time to be reminiscing. But I could use your assistance. Colin's apprentice Theo has gone missing. Can you help me look for him?
I am unable to help with that. The city folk are angry enough at the Victorians to flay one alive. Why bother running around looking for a Victorian child? Maybe because of that exactly? Jiminy Christmas.
Forget it then, I'll go look myself.
Remember that the celebration will start in just over an hour. You need to deliver the sacred instruments, symbolizing the Wakeman's blessing to the venue.
Gah!
Sorry, I really must be going now. What the frick? Yeah, when they said there's still a little time, I thought they were still like a couple of days from the festival. Yeah, should she be knowing that? Did it happen last stream? I don't remember. I mean, I'm assuming it was mentioned last stream. Yeah. With that body, does he pump Aren with his voice?
First scene of story, singer trying to write the ending.
Right. But is he the same singer? I don't know.
What do I do now?
Oh, hi, Reed.
Nimos? Is that you? I finally found you. What happened in the city?
Oh boy. Alright, let's continue. I was speeding up. Wasn't that was really short, wasn't it? It was like 10 minutes or something. I'm not complaining. Maybe 20.
Let's see. I've checked every inhabited street and found no sign of Theo anywhere. All I saw were the flames of the townsfolk growing even stronger, as if a sudden gale had swept through. What's more, everyone just seems used to it at this point. Getting rid of the flames would only terrify them. They only have numbness in their body. Does it mean it's too late for the people of Nassau Easy? No, I can't think that way. My first priority is to find Theo. I should go find that nomad named Bridget, the one Nemo's mentioned. But would anyone really be willing to pitch a tent outside the city just because they can't get into the dark woods?
I mean, she did say she was gonna do that.
Walk out along the right side of the guard's outpost, then wade through the creek.
What's the last note that it tell? Oh, what? Huh? Okay, don't spoil anything, please.
Yeah, I think this is it. A Pero with blonde hair, tall yet agile. This must be the Bridget Nemo's mentioned.
Hello.
You know me? No, I don't believe we met before. Nemo's asked me to come find you. My name is Reed. You.
Huh? Bridget leans in slightly and twitches her nose twice, but does not otherwise react. Lakshmi takes this to be the way the Nomans greet each other. Is she like a golden retriever or something? Because yeah, the fluffiness of the tail. And her attitude in general.
You're not the red dragon from the city. What? I'm not a red dragon at all. I'm just... You're not the one from the city. You're a different one. A second dragon returned to the city.
Just like the old stories. A second red dragon. Anyway.
And you can tell with a single sniff? Sure can. Your flames smell different.
Oh.
But that's none of my business. What can I do for you, Reed? Theo's gone missing. Nemo's told me you might have an idea where he is. I've heard you often chat with him when you're in town.
Oh, right.
He's missing?
The face.
He went out this morning and never came back home. And the city's in chaos today. We searched all over Nassau Easy, both Nemo's and I. But there was no sign of him anywhere.
Oh, dang it, I was hoping she'd stay in the pose. Because wasn't there a... I don't know if it was a Mia sprite or a drawing that was like that with that face. Yeah. It must be an ancient nomadic tradition. Smells sus, yeah.
But I saw him before I left the city. He was doing fine. No, I can't say he was fine.
Found a good wallpaper? Of this or of another CG?
Anyhow, I went to the Citadel after that, then left town. Haven't seen him since. Where the heck could he be?
Well, the place that you guys went, yeah, here, right?
Theo! Theo! Should have knocked him out and carried him back with me when I had the chance. Say something, Theo! This time you're coming with me, you hear? Where are we, Bridget? This blade was dragged out during the war, supposedly to appease some noble or other. But when they brought it back, it was left like this, barely clinging on to Nassau Easy, and no one's been bothered fixing it up. Theo always hides out here when he's feeling wronged. Could he have left the city? I've only seen one person leaving the gates. Emma, from Lagran Street. Theo sure wasn't with her. What's more, she was taking a cart full of who knows what to the entrance of the forest, all by her lonesome. She met up with someone there. They took the goods, then she came back by herself. And she didn't notice you? The city folk don't see too well. Or hear, or smell. Besides, I was pretty far from her.
Dang. Oh, the face, yeah. So she delivered the large shipment and returned...
She delivered the large shipment and returned by herself. Where did all those goods come from? What does this Emma do for a living? Runs a grain shop. I've delivered letters to her before. So a shopkeeper left the city and now keep close at home. Seeing how this is the only lead we have, we should hurry over to Lagran Street.
They don't see at all, in fact, what with the lack of eyes, right? I've seen him. He was fine an hour ago. They ask you how you are, and you just have to say you're fine, then you're not really fine. Yep. Bridget? Breathe? Hello, you wouldn't happen to have seen Theo around, would you? Theo? Did Nemo send you to find him? That's right. Nope, haven't seen him. Heaven knows where that boy has run off to. I hope he didn't skip town along with the spies that sent the Act Blade on fire. How can you... Bridget, we need to find them. How about Emma, then? Have you seen her anywhere? She closed up shop early today. Actually, I came to see if she will be willing to reopen for me, but I guess I wasted the trip. Has eyes but can't even see Mount Eye. There it is again. That cold, burnt smell. It's been everywhere in Nassau Easy lately. I can't stand it. I've been meaning to ask, are you able to smell purple flames? Yeah, the scorched stench of the red dragon's flames. Lately, even the city folk have been reeking of it. It's not just the smell. The fire itself has spread to them. What? How? I don't see any flames on them. So you can't see them either. I was gonna ask the same thing. You say you can see the flames? Then again... makes sense. You've been a dragon too, NL. The city folk live so close to one another. To the other one. Even worship her like a god. Guess it was only a matter of time before they got burned. Emma, it's me, Bridget. Emma! Is she not in? With that purple flame stench coming out of the keyhole? Must be someone in there. So what now? Break in? I don't see any other options. Whoa! So Dragonfire can burn down logs too? Burn through logs too? It can burn through a log, huh? I don't know why logs will be an issue. Let's save the conversation for later. We need to go in there. Oh boy.
Oh, the torturer. Here, officer, have a drink. We may not have a proper feast, but there's more than enough booze to go around. Cheers.
Oh, whoops. You might have seen something then, Godo. Yeah. I'm assuming you haven't read through the story either? But yeah, please be careful with spoilers. See, let's see, it didn't work. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Am I being gaslit? What is going on? I was gonna say, they did mention, because it does happen. I mean, it did. I was rewatching the beginning of the prologue, and it did mention that, you know, obviously it's happening after the events of this, because it said what happened in Nats Haurisi, or that, like, there's a reference to it. So yeah. Don't mind us, Aren? Okay, sure. No problem. Let's see. Oh, if it isn't our resident wake woman, the leader invited you too? I'm here to present the sacred instruments to the Red Dragon on behalf of the Wakemen. Oh, offerings from the Wakemen? Let's see what you got. A whistle? And what else? Samhain is almost upon us. The Wakemen do not have much left to offer. This is all they could spare. That's it? A fellow wake woman, yeah. My sincerest apologies. The cruel officer. Weren't you the one swearing to us you'd bring in those ritual dudes to give the celebration the dignity it deserves? I'm sorry, I didn't think it through. Who cares? It was an Nemo's idea anyway. He was against it from the start. I was against it from the start. What's so auspicious about offerings from people who deal with ghosts and corpses all day? We should be glad they only gave us a whistle. The Ombudsman. What does that even mean? Speaking of learning new words. Ombudsman. Meaning. An official appointed to investigate individuals' complaints against maladministration, especially that of public authorities. Okay. That sounds good, surprisingly, compared to the other stuff. I mean, aside from the singer, too. Of course you take her side. She saved your life. Well, we can't just laugh this off. Tell us, Wake Woman, how do you plan to take responsibility for this? Quiet. This was not solely her responsibility. If you truly wish to hold the Wakemen accountable for disrespecting the leader, we can revisit the matter later. Set aside the matter of the ritual objects for now. The leader sent me ahead to make sure everyone is enjoying themselves. These are difficult times, so we're keeping things simple. There will be no feast for the ceremony, but feel free to go and relax until she arrives. Best way to learn English play Arknights, honestly, I will recommend it. List word in his name, first word in his name. Torturer, it was just torturer, right? Yeah, just the torturer, I guess. And the other one was, yeah, the cruel officer. The ombudsman, yeah, the cruel officer is the only one that has been 2 words. Mandatory enjoyment inspector. Yep. Not you, Wake Woman. I expect you to provide Her Highness an explanation for your failure. Damn. Yeah, the Laterano story was a good one for expanding too. Perhaps you could take this chance to curry favor with the other officials. They could put in a good word for you later.
I'll pass on that, thank you.
Quite the righteous one, I see.
Brigadier, sir, these fellows, have they always been like this?
Huh. Always. The bureaucrat once exhausted himself managing logistics for the Silver Rock Bluffs front. He went days without sleep until he was so worn out that he nearly collapsed in the Nassau-Easy agricultural plate. Okay, finally someone calls it the full name. The cruel officer is a cold-hearted scoundrel, to be sure. But during the war, the wealthy merchants and nobles hoarding grain near Nassau-Easy will tremble at the mere mention of his name. The torturer I've seen take pleasure in others wailing and screaming, but I've also seen him charge into the enemy ranks like a rabid tusk beast. Now, though, had Her Highness not vetoed it, they'd probably be enjoying a lavish banquet right now, even with the city as it is. Okay. Brigadier, finally, a good person around, yeah. Hi, torturer. Will your dear Brigadier ever remove that stick from his arse? You look like you're in a bit of a mood too, bureaucrat. What's wrong? What's wrong is that the city is almost out of grain, and I'm responsible. Well, what can you do? It was a poor harvest. Besides, didn't I tell you to pin it on the Victorians? That Emma girl said exactly what you told her to, and the townsfolk took the bait, so what's the problem? Even if there is a famine, these people treat the leader like a god. They never turn on us. Never. Or are you afraid Emma will spill the beans? So why not be honest then? No, she's been on edge ever since she got back. But she follows instructions to the letter. I'm not worried about that. What worries me is the merchant who met with her. There's been no word from him. Normally, we'd have heard something by this morning. So there's a little delay. What's the big deal? What are you two muttering about over there? Oh, we were discussing that hero, Cullen. Oh, what about him? At the time, oh, you know it's gonna be a long, long line when it starts from up here. At the time he told us he took out a whole squad of Victorian scouts in the Darkwoods by himself. 4 or 5 men, by using the terrain to his advantage. Said there was one child left behind, but he couldn't bring himself to finish the job. Sound about right? But think about it. Why would a scout squad bring a child with them? Huh? The Wake Woman already explained that. The scouts had taken hostages, a group of merchants who traveled between Tara and Victorian, and forced them to guide them through the forest. Sure, I buy that there was a caravan, but the scouts? I don't know about that. Hey, dude, don't feel guilty now. Yeah, just being supportive homies. Oh, we're back here. Victorians will pay for everything. Yeah. The child was for road silence. But the scouts, I don't know about that. His throat getting dry, the writer grabs his mug, only to find it devoid of beer. This is interesting, right? Because the narration in the story itself, is either from him or the dragon, right? But then there's also narration of the story being written, so meta.
Yeah. I'll go get you some more. The mysterious woman stands up and heads to the bar. The writer leans back in his chair. As has been his habit for many years, he sets about planning how to make the next part of his story captivating. However, as he thinks it through, a sudden tightness grips his heart. Even if this woman is also a survivor, and even if she knows a thing or two about what happened, he cannot simply lay everything out like he has been. At least not for this next part. Heavens knows that she will have to say about it. What she will have to say about it. This is just a story, a shadow cast on the wall, not the fire itself. A storyteller must always remember this, or they will find themselves consumed by the flames. Here you are, your beer.
Thank you kindly. Now, where were we?
The Dubliners' ugliness at the celebration banquet.
Oh, right. Well then, the true star of the party is about to make her entrance.
Okay.
Here we go. The true star of the party is about to make her entrance. But until then, Dublin's ugly visage will remain, so hideous that no one can face it directly. Well, What is it? Is there something crawling on my head? It may be freezing here in Nassau, you see, but at least there are still bugs. Don't move, I'll grab it. Wait. What? Oh.
The banquet hall suddenly quiets down. Everyone is staring at the bureaucrat's head, where a beetle is perched. A solid gold beetle.
What? One of the decorations fell down. Go on, put it back.
The officer removes the golden beetle from the bureaucrat's head and places it in his palm. The bureaucrat lets out a sigh of relief. He's about to place the beetle back in its original spot when it flutters its diamond-encrusted wings, flies a short distance towards the door, and lands in the center of the hall. He takes a few steps forward, and the beetle, as if tempting him, crawls a little further ahead. Such enthusiasm, Mr. Bureaucrat.
What is this comedy skid? Yeah, it was controlling him like Ratatouille. Yeah.
That's why there's no grain.
That was guiding his decision, Your Highness? I just wanted to catch this stray beetle for you.
Of course. Why would I blame you for that?
All right then. By the way, about the sacred instruments I reported to you about.
A trifling matter. What is truly important is that my faithful servants be rewarded for this victory. Evelana picks up the beetle from the ground and flattens her palm. The beetle buzzes as it flies towards the door. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the very hall where the treasures of the ancient King Gailey were once displayed. The furnishings had all been looted by the Victorians, as they are wont to, but we have finally returned most of them to the rightful places. That beetle you were chasing was awarded personally to a capable official. He was praised for his tireless work in gathering ever last grain of the harvest and storing it in the treasury. And now, you are worthy of the same. Without you, our army would likely have collapsed from hunger 100 times over. Go chase it down, for it is yours. As long as it is willing to land on you, you will always have the right to collect our grain.
Yes, thank you.
What? Now then. The Blenheim scans the room. Some stare intently at the bureaucrat's back, wondering what rewards they will receive, while others cannot help but glance at the other treasures in the room. The sword that enforces the law, the cloud beast that listens to appeals, the knot that records history, the crystal teardrops that symbolize compassion. It seems none of you can stand to wait any longer. How about this, then? Everyone, feel free to take whatever in this room you desire.
She says as there is famine. Yeah, that was odd too. What if all Tarans are just bodies controlled by sentient bugs? Mayhaps. Wouldn't be the craziest twist, honestly. That turned out to be. In an instant, it is as if all the treasures come to life, moving on their own. The cloud beast statue starts running, the crystals start rolling, the knot begins to twist, and even the ceremonial sword studded with Sargonian jewels breaks free from its stand, hopping comically toward the door. Is that what her flames can do? What the hell is she doing here? What?
Go, my servants. There are my rewards. These are my rewards for your loyalty.
It is unclear who takes the first step, but once he does, the tide is unstoppable. The crowd chases after the treasures, surging out of the banquet hall. What? Okay. I mean, I guess she wanted to empty the banquet hall for something? That's interesting. Okay. We'll see in a second. I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick, so, yep. Let me just do BRB. It's been a while since a BRB. I might also be eating an apple while I come back, so, yeah. Be right.
I thought it was a green apple. It's like a yellow apple. It's weird. Like, it's really sweet. I don't know if I like it, but it helps. Let me just take another bite and we can continue. Hey Hum Hum, welcome in. How you doing today? We're just reading through the story, but I decided to take a break to eat an apple. Just for a little bit. Get my voice back in condition. This apple has no premeditated color. Yeah, I really thought it was a green apple, but I guess not. Okay, one more bite actually. All right. Sorry about that. We do not know if the apple is green or yellow until it is observed from the box. I'm yellow. Shut up. Why is it always apples that lead to new physical discoveries? It's true, you know? There's something to that. Apple the size of a ball. It is pretty small, I will say. Let me see, I have a... Yeah, it is about the size of a ball, actually. A small ball, like a stress ball type of thing. Yeah, it is about that size. Gonna join the Discord again, had to leave because a bunch of spams. Oh, sorry about that, Hum. Yeah. If you wanna join, you're welcome to. Let's see. There's the beetle. Oh. For some reason, chat is like, or my chat in OBS is like cutting off part of what you guys are saying. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Crazy that if Newton didn't fall asleep under a tree, we wouldn't have gravity. Crazy, right? Just be floating around. Finally wanted to ask so much. Wait, about the server cell or or about gravity? Apple falls, humanity. My understanding of universal law expands. Yeah. Oh, I see. Not doing comps anymore because I gotta teach kids now that school is open. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. And that sounds good, yeah. Hope it goes well at school. Let's see. Okay, let's continue for now. There's the beetle. A beetle flies through the dark alley. It flaps its wings furiously, but only manages to find its way into an abandoned block that few souls tread anymore. Its golden body is too heavy, weighted down even further by the gems on its wings. It can only fly a short distance before coming to a rest in a gap between the stone tiles. This reminds me of Delicious in Dungeon. The mimic treasure. Not the treasure chest, but the treasure, like the coins and the bracelets, where it turns out they were actual mimics as well. Oh, well, they don't want me to click on that. Between the stone tiles. I think I already read this, right? Yeah. The bureaucrat. Found you! I got it! I got it! Apple giving trauma for students and doctors for doctors too. Yeah, that's a good point. Someone has to teach them to gamble responsibly. Science says the golden beetle shouldn't fly. The beetle does not know this. Flies anyway. Yeah. Because the beetle does not care what humans think are impossible or something like that. Just don't play gacha games, best advice. It's true, it's true. Just avoid them. Let's see. You got your bug. Now help me get these crystals before they fall into the ditch. Coming! Hold on, I am going to get my cut if I help you, right? Sure, just hurry. You don't want to see these crystals end up in the ditch, do you? Sweet, Cloud Beast, you're mine! Good. All the gems on the sword are there. Where are the Brigadier and the others? Who cares? Yeah, she just wanted to get them out of the room. The bureaucrat tucks away the parasite, while the officer eagerly watches the crystal tears drop again and again. The ombudsman brusquely manhandles the Cloud Beast, while the torturer raises the sword as though it's conferred power over life and death. It conferred power. What a lively scene. All of this treasure is yours, my servants. I am not so miserly as to withhold them after seeing how much you love them. But what more do you intend to take from me once I have given you this? Let me guess. Whoa. Telling the 5-year-olds to gamble in Arknights? No! Fairy tale ass situation. Straight up, yeah. I think that's the idea. This is so sick. Beat the crap out of them, yeah. A path appears at the dead end of the alley, and even more shiny baubles rush towards it. But I almost hit skip. There is no time to bother with what is already in their hands. So this is just them chasing the treasure, right? They scramble for the treasure on the ground, stuffing it into their pockets, carrying it on their backs, and rushing towards the next shiny piece before even standing back up from the last one. Like guiding them towards the dragon. None of them care where the path leads. Going to the Solace tomorrow. It's high time I treat myself to something nice. Squeeze this country bumpings in Nassau Easy a little more. Don't forget my share. Can't wait for the townsfolk to send me some Victorian spice. My. After far more than just wealth, aren't we? A life of luxury, a high status, power over life and death. You want it all. I have nothing against being true to your desires, and what you desire are things that I will not miss. Unfortunately, you happen to be my servants, yet you seem far greedier than I. So goodbye. Go to where you belong. The treasures pave a shiny path where none existed, sending the madmen out of the lair and out onto the land. Towards whence the darkness came, the gaping mouth of the dark woods. Well, very fairy tale situation. Yeah, the art is so good in this event. Oldest trick in the book, yeah. This part is very different from the rest of your work, yeah. Really jumped the shark there, buddy. Official, yeah, official, like, high-res everything will be so nice. I mean, apparently if you become a partner with Hypergrave, you can get, like, HD resources. So that would be nice to have. You know, gotta keep working towards it, I guess. Straight up being punished for the greed of by spirits, yeah. I told you, I've abandoned many drafts in the process of observing, thinking and writing. Any and all of them ready to be thrown in at a moment's notice. Do you really think I'd be sitting here, drinking this swill, if I could tell this story as a consistent, unified narrative?
You're the one insisting it gets a proper ending, not me.
True. But if I must regard this passage as your own personal embellishment, should I also consider the rejection of Bridget by the Mist to be a creative liberty as well?
No more than the exiled king you forced into the story.
Then what about the rest of the story you're about to tell? Should it be seen as an observation or as a creation?
That's up to you to decide. Do you want me to tell it or not?
Of course, of course. Go on.
Yes, I guess these two intermissions have been like, oh, this is an interpretation of the events.
So what was wrong with Emma? Just a cold, on top of mild malnutrition. She didn't look so bad on the outskirts of the dark woods. A sickness of the spirit, most likely. Iron for the statue needed to be collected from door to door. People won't even turn on their lamps to save fuel. Never mind food. What could she possibly be shipping out? She runs a grain store, maybe, but only a grain store. She couldn't have done this on her own. There must be somebody behind her.
This wasn't the contract. Just call my narration hopeless. Oh, so the usuals. Yeah, the usual for the town, kind of.
We also still need to ask about Theo. There's no time to wait for her to come to on her own. Can you hear me, Emma? Niels! Take me with you. Take me with you. No, she's still dreaming. Niels, is that somebody's name? I've seen it written on letters she's gotten. A loved one, if I had to guess. And where might we find them? No idea. It's been a while since the last letter. Niels, scold me, beat me if you must, but don't abandon me. The bureaucrat told me to smuggle food, so I did. What meaning is there in a life without you? What point is there in being kind to others?
Man, it will be so useful if people in this world have like recording devices. Because there's been at least 2 instances so far where, you know, just recording and showing it to the people will help so much.
The bureaucrat. Dublin. There's so much food in the city. A single card won't make a difference. There's no food in the city. A single card won't make a difference.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay.
Won't make a difference. Shall we keep trying to wake her up? Wait. Why wasn't it you who lived? Those accursed Victorians. Why did their child live? A child of Victorians? Why? It'll be alright, my dear. I'll make things right. Wait for me, Niels. Wait for me, my love.
Oh.
I can't see you, my love. I can't see you. Why? Why? The Victorians who killed you have been chased out. The last Victorian bastard died before my eyes. Niels.
Sweat fills Emma's fever brow. Tormented by nightmares, she instinctively grabs the sheet beneath her, but it does not stop her from trembling. The other two stand up at the same time. My favorite recording is Dry Barks. Yeah, I don't know. That might do, I guess.
It's already past curfew. Will we really be able to move freely? Stick with me. If the mist wants to take either of us, let it try. Wait, someone's coming over from the Citadel. Who is it? Looks like Dublinn. It's...
Oh, hi, Brigadier.
The Brigadier. What's going on? It's like he's a walking ghost. Brigadier!
Who's there? Lokshini? Go back. Now. Back to...
What happened?
No. Nothing happened tonight.
We have a lid on the food shortage, sir. The owner of this grain store was instructed by the bureaucrat to smuggle food out of Nassau-Irisi. We may be able to get it back if we're quick.
The bureaucrat? I should have known. But it's too late. Everything's too late.
Why? Do you know where the food went?
Not the food. Me. Us. Thank you for informing me, but
What is going on? Tell me.
No. Nothing happened tonight.
I can imagine what could have turned you, a warrior with no qualms about killing for the greater good, into this. Did you and Dublinn found this nation over the corpses of so many? Found this nation over the corpses of so many, just to starve your own people to death here?
No. Never. Thank you for informing me. I will deal with it personally. But do not mention the name Dublinn ever again. You got your promise. Do not set foot on the streets again tonight. And especially do not break curfew with someone insignificant, as you're doing right now. This is for your own good.
Lakshini opens her mouth to speak, but the brigadier shows no acknowledgement. He turns around and walks towards the outskirts of the city with heavy, dragging steps.
What the heck? There is no more in Basing Zaya type bit. There are no child soldier in medical companies.
Nuh-uh. Are we gonna do as he says? Hide? No. Nemos needs to know about Theo. Do you know where she lives? It's a wee bit far, practically the other side of Nassau Irsi. Then that's where we're going. Nemos's house is just ahead. That was easy. Seems the mist didn't get into the city tonight.
I mean, it was well fed, I guess.
Nemos, are you home? Nemos? Hey, didn't she say she'd be at the Dublin victory party? Is she not back yet? The brigadier was leaving the citadel. The party should be over.
Oh.
Miss Lakshini. Bridget?
Lakshini is about to speak when her gaze meets Nemo's. Her eyes are even blanker than the brigadier's were.
What's going on? Did something happen at the victory party? No, nothing happened tonight. What are you two doing here? Quick, inside! You must be out on the streets tonight.
It's fine. Made it all the way around the town.
As Nemos hurries Lakshini and Bridget inside, the brigadier passes beyond the boundaries of Nassau Irisi. He walks into the forest, where there is nothing but darkness, towards the depths of the dark mist.
Whoa.
Then, the food cars that had been smuggled out of Nassau Irisi slowly emerge from it. They will return to Nassau Irisi's agricultural plate before dawn.
Okay. Interesting. Latest treasure hunt event went wild, yeah. No, brother, you're too young to end it, yeah.
Maybe they're just fun to say that the banquet was uneventful. Nothing happened at the party. Yeah.
Maybe nothing really happened at the party. No one else was in the room where it happened, so, you know. Who can say?
The next day, the city gets the smallest of reprieves from the food shortage. No one notices that the brigadier never returned from the dark woods.
No!
The food mysteriously appeared at the agricultural plate before making its way to the grain stores across the city. It falls well short of truly solving the problem. But it was far more than just the brigadier who never came back through the people of... But it was more than just the brigadier who never came back, though the people of the city do not know it yet. Once again the sun rises, without pity or care. The dragon and the wayward wig woman walk the streets, watching with shock at the now commonplace brawls transcend into even more brutal violence. The nomad knocks on the blacksmith's door. She brings woeful news.
Oh. Okay. Weird cut up of the story, but I guess because he's halfway through. Makes sense.
No, so the brigadier is gone. Man.
He was such an interesting character all the way through, I feel. Like, I dare say, almost more interesting than Evlana. I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgic because we saw him through so many parts of the story.
I don't know. Yeah. It is interesting, right? Because it's like it almost feels to play like a carnival event where they always go like, oh, there's the big event happening at the end of the, the end of the event happens, but happen in a couple days. But instead, there's the famine going on. This has to stop. Points gone at the sun. Speaking of carnival. Well, let's see. Hey, Theo. Ouch. Uh-oh. The hell's wrong with you, Theo? You have eyes. Use them. Unlike a lot of people here.
Sorry, Mr. Rory. I was just hoping to try my luck over at Blackburn Streets. See if I could get some potatoes.
Get lost.
Sorry.
What the heck?
Coachman's voice. Look out! The bird and beast panicking! Out of the way! Oh, damn. Stupid coachman! You nearly ran me over. Get back here. You either appear rare enough to be a celebrity or survive long enough to become a casualty. Well, yeah. The tongue for brains ran off. Just like that?
Mr. Rory,
Look who did get run over. Serves you right. You're not going anywhere now. Let's go see the Dublin folks. Maybe they'll give me potatoes for handing over a traitor. Better stick to the back streets. Can have someone else taking my spy. Talking. Sounds be like our ancient homeland can finally prosper. No, it can't. The famine is coming. Yep, they just can't catch a break. Mr. Rory does not seem right, yeah. The man grabs the boy's collar and drags him into a small, empty alley. I mean, it was the guy who sliced the other guy, right? The guy that looks the same except with less or with more hair on over the face. So this doesn't bode well for Theo. I mean, this is already bad, to be fair. The man grabs the boy's collar and drags him into a small, empty alley. The boy groans in anguish. His child will join Road Silent. Hopefully, that's the best case scenario at this point. Weird. Did I forget the way? Give me back my potatoes. Go and buy your own. They still have some at the shop. Give them back. They still have potatoes? The man glances towards the voices, then at the broken body of the boy whose arm he's still grabbing. He's dying. Will the Dubliners even give me anything for a dying kid? Could they even get anything out of him? It's your lucky day, traitor. Just left them there? Jeez. The man shakes off the boy's hand, which had been grabbing his sleeve, and walks off briskly towards the voices.
My leg, it hurts.
Be careful who are bullying in school, Terran version, yeah. You're lucky that you're dying, yeah.
I can't stand. Mrs. Emma? Who's there? Who's calling my name? I did as you ask. Just leave me alone. Emma. Theo, what happened? I got hit by a carriage and left behind here. I'm not a Victorian spy, Mrs. Emma. Please help me. Take me to Mr. Cullen. A Victorian spy?
Probably shouldn't have said anything about that.
It's all happening so fast. It hurts so much. I know the Victorians did bad things. Nobody likes me. Nobody listens to me. Nobody wants to get close to me. But could you at least find Mr. Cullen? It hurts. It's so cold. When I grow up, I'll find the Victorians and take revenge. For Mr. Niels.
Takes a deep breath.
Maybe I'd have helped you, Theo. If Niels was the only one who died. Mrs. Emma? You know that Niels died in the war. But even more people died without ever seeing the battlefield.
And why was the little kid guilty of that?
You Victorians blocked off the supply routes. You still are. So many people starved, including me. Including the child Niels left behind. The child inside me. He starved to death because of you Victorians. Find someone else to get coolant for you. They're all good people, unlike me. Very good people.
Damn. Just couldn't find it in herself to help. Shame in a Christmas.
Arknights writes, deciding on the new event theme.
So it's gonna be this time. Death, famine, war crimes, terminal illness? Let's do famine and war crimes this time. I thought you were gonna say, let's do all of them, yeah. That's exactly what a spy will say, yeah.
Blaming Victorians is at the top of Taran's needs pyramid.
I guess so. Emma. How could you do that to him, Emma? What could have changed you so much?
I'm not defending her, Cullen, but she wasn't the only one there that day.
No, she wasn't.
Sorry, shouldn't have said that.
No, you're absolutely right. You wanted to take Theo with you, didn't you? What did you see?
He was being bullied, and I'm not talking squabbles between kids, by adults.
I intervened the first time I saw it. I thought it wouldn't happen again.
But it did, a lot. I had a bad feeling that he didn't belong here, that there was no place for him in Now So Easy. But I never thought...
I understand. You should go.
Cullen?
I said I understand.
You...
I said I understand. Now get out. Leave me. Let me be for a while. Please.
I'm sorry.
The blacksmith stands silent in the room. All is quiet save for the crackling of the fire.
Theo,
Too many things have passed him by. Too many things he could not understand. He no longer has the strength to find out why. To separate cause from effect. The only thing he knows is that he never achieved anything.
What kind of hero am I?
Yeah, poor dude.
Yeah, what kind of hero are you?
The blacksmith looks around them. There is no one else in the smithy, save the empty eye sockets of the dragon statue, now glaring at him, accusingly.
What kind of hero are you? What kind of hero am I? What kind of hero would leave a child to the mercy of abuse and ill will? What kind of hero would allow food to be smuggled out of the city under his very nose, until there is nothing left, all while doing nothing more than handing out a few shriveled potatoes to his neighbors? What kind of hero will shut himself in the smithy while the city descends into bedlam, all to satisfy his own pathetic vanity by etching his name into a pedestal? No. It's not vanity. All I wanted was to use the title of hero to bring happiness to our countrymen who lost everything in the war, as you told Nemos.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's happening, right? Exactly what the dragon is taking advantage of.
Like now? Like now? The weak you swore to protect are dead and gone. The justice you swore to uphold has fallen into darkness. The people you swore to bring happiness to, Emma and Rory, are they even your people anymore? Yeah, friends definitely not. Or are they dead, living in the past? The dead, living in the past? Your heart still dreams of the future, vain as it is. But them, they are the walking dead, stuck in the past. Who is it you are calling your countrymen? The wretch who spends his day brandishing an antique sword he salvaged from the flames? The smuggler who let an innocent child die because she miscarried her own? Townsfolk who no longer know anything but hate in the face of change? Go on. Go out and find someone, anyone. Ask them what their plan for the future is. What do you think the answer will be?
Crossover confirmed, right? Someday Arknights will collab with every zombie game. The blacksmith's hammer falls to the ground with a loud crash. Yeah, first Resident Evil and then The Walking Dead.
He glares at the dragon's head. No. No. It's you who's trapping them in the past. I collected the plates and bows my people use day to day. Lit the fuel they relied on for warmth and light. Just to feed you. You. You monster. I don't know about the food, but the metal and the fuel. It was me. I fed you these pots and pans. I put the people's livelihood into your mouth with my own hands, all so that you could grow and grow. You've devoured everything in my life. Then you devoured Theo himself. Theo. It was me. I nurtured the monster that took your life. Soon it will stand in the square on Samhain, spread its wings and turn everyone in the city into the dead, those who can only live in the past. You're right, monster. I'm no hero. I'm a fraud. A vain, pathetic fraud. Once I fooled others, now the only one I'm fooling is myself. But they need me. They need you. They need a hero to wake them up, to tell them that the war is over, that what really matters is what lies ahead, the future, tomorrow. And you think you're the one? I'm the one.
The blacksmith walks away from the forge with resolute steps. He takes the thickest metal chain he can find and walks back to the dragon, its empty eyes still fixated upon him.
Come with me. Where to? To the square. It's not Samhain yet. I can wait no more. I will not wait for your ominous prophecies to come true. Come with me. I will dismantle you and return our lives to the people.
The dragon does not move. In the eyes of the blacksmith, however, he sees the dragon bow its head, perhaps mockingly, perhaps invitingly.
Interesting.
Hey, Bridget. Reed, Nemos, I'm back. Cullen's in a really bad place right now. You should go see him. How about on your end? What's going on in the city? People are still looking for spies. Victorian spies. Are they off their rockers? Taran or Victorian, they're all human. We're all human. We're gonna keep fighting to the death like this when the war's already over? Tell them, Nemos. Tell them that Dublin tell them that Dublin made him go hungry and was punished by the Red Dragon. The food's now... Do not mention the word Dublin ever again, Bridget. The leader's orders. I only overheard whispers about the food at the victory party. No evidence, no trial. I don't even know how it got back. Besides, news about all those people hasn't spread at all. How am I supposed to explain it? If they can't be reasoned with, we'll do this the hard way. What do you mean? When I came back, I told myself I will never be her shadow again. But if the true leader is refusing to show her face and take responsibility, then I must step up, if only to claim the people. What about Cullen? Everyone knows him as a hero. Things will be much simpler if he's willing to help. He should still be at his smithy. I'll lead the way. As for you, Bridget, you should leave the city as soon as possible. Why? Well, if we and Cullen both fail, then the people will... I see. They don't much like me here, so I just get in the way, is that it? I'm sorry, Bridget. That's not what I meant, but it's true. Don't worry. I'll try my luck in the Dark Woods. 6 times the charm.
Oh.
Cullen! Cullen! Is he not in? What the... They are both rendered speechless. The door of the smithy... No, the entire front wall of the smithy is gone. The wall, which was supposed to stay up until the statue was finished, is now a pile of rubble. Visible through it is a long trail leading to the square, along with drag marks so broad they span almost the entire breadth of the road.
Dang. Oh, okay. Well, let's continue.
One more chapter, maybe more. Well, this note. Let's see if we can get through. Hundreds, thousands of years ago, the Terran's ancestors did the same as their descendants do now, lighting bonfire after bonfire in the barrens between autumn and winter. They will sleep beside the red dragon, the red-hot dreams buffeted by sand and wind until raw, but even so it was enough to keep everyone warm. They will wake up to a still burning bonfire, because the red dragon does not sleep. With a moment's rest, the red dragon could find respite from fatigue and pain by breathing in the dreams of homeland, liquor, and freedom rising slowly from the flames and into the sky. Today, Samhain approaches. The people fuel the flames with wood torn from nearby ruins and have entirely forgotten the ancient leisure time that seemed to last forever. Fervent resident. Put your hand in the fire. Look at the color of the flames on my hip. I'm a Terran, I tell you. One blessed by the red dragon. You think a spy will fake the color? Couldn't fake the color of a lamp? Get on with it. Well, it's a real witch hunt situation. May the red dragon be merciful. Oh, it doesn't even hurt too bad. Really? Just put the hand as well. Look, you can barely make out the burn marks on my hand. So you're not a Victorian spy. But do you know of anyone else who hasn't undergone the trial yet? Jeez. You. Yes, you. Have you burned your hand over there yet? Say something, will you? Enough fiddling with that broken knot of yours. Come with me. I'll take you there. Just put down the knot. You hit me? My knot. You dared. Fine, keep your bloody knots. Just come with me to see if you're not a Victorian spy. Okay. She's like, I can agree to that. The quiet residents stand up without a word and head toward the bonfire with shaky steps. The square has already descended into complete chaos. Though half of it stems from suspicion and hatred, not to mention frustration and having revealed no spies yet, the other half comes from the looks of despair and the deathly silence. Until a faint sound of something dragged across the ground rumbles in the distance. The sound grows louder and louder, until it drowns out all the clamors and chaos. Everyone hears the sound of something massive slowly being dragged closer to them. Whoa. In a flash, every other sound fades, leaving only the shaking of steel and gears in its wake. Hidden in the humid mist is the gigantic silhouette of an ice-cold statue. Forged by a hero, and still considered incomplete by the townsfolk, the statue of the Red Dragon's ancestor is presented to Tara. It arrives in the raging light of the dying sun, yet even so nearly manages to shroud the sky. The dragon statue came to life? No, that's Cullen? Cullen, are you here to help us find the Victorians too? He has to prove he isn't one first. Over here, Cullen. Listen, the fire won't hurt you as long as you're no Victorian. Are you deaf? Get over here already. Hold on, he dragged this giant statue all on his own? Damn. They finally noticed the iron chains wrapped around his arms. 1, 2, 3 times around, and that statue's weight was resting on those wide yet mortal shoulders. The hero does not respond to his name and continues forward. The statue grinds down on him till it draws blood. His flesh is nearly rent asunder. His bones cry out in sorrow, and yet he presses on. The young hero walks ahead of the statue, unafraid of the disparity between his small stature and the gigantic structure. He takes one step, then another, each heavy and certain, towards an open space in the crowd. He parks the statue in the square's empty center and struggles to turn around before facing everyone before him. The steel skeleton bears an icy elegance, wings frozen in motion, craving for flight, in place as if it were meant to be there since the beginning.
Well, here we are. Stop, my brothers and sisters, before we kill any more of our own.
For a moment, no one dares to respond. Hate and doubt both remain, as well as the pain that keeps everyone from advancing towards him like an army of walking corpses. The man before them is a hero. He protected Nasaurisi. He dragged both blessing and curse all the way here, and the statue behind him laces his every word with an awe-inspiring weight.
Kill our own? Who? You are burning hands with fire now. But what if your spy isn't found?
Right? What if he's not special of Taran? He really dragged the statue here. What should we do? Should we interrupt him?
Did our food not return to us? Is the war not over? Say there really was a spy. Why must the entire city gather here? Why must we hurt each other? Just to find one lowly spy?
Let him finish.
I'll say it again. The war is over. When it had just ended, my thoughts were simple. I'd wait for a smith better than myself to arrive, then learn a thing or two from them so I could repair what I had made myself. But no smiths came, and I learned no skills. I even took what you lot needed to live and forged it into a statue. That was wrong of me. Now Saurisi is short of everything. Even an empty bowl is better put to catching rainwater than being cast into a shiny statue that does nothing but grow. And the food. I was so worried yesterday, so afraid that famine will put us past the point of no return. Maybe it was the Red Dragon's mercy, or maybe one of the egg plates had a good harvest, but the fact is, our food is back. And as long as we're alive, we can make it through it. We can make it through this. Am I wrong? But Theo is no longer alive.
You still feeling pity for that Victorian bastard?
Yes, I am. When I heard of his death, I began to hate everyone in this city, myself included.
You know better than any of us that what the Victorians have done.
I know that within the last of their strength, they leaned over and begged me to take him away. I hate you all. I even feel like taking revenge on any of you who sat back and watched him die. But revenge needs a reason, doesn't it? What's our revenge for, then?
To rob them, just like they robbed us back then.
And how do you suppose Nasaurisi could manage to take even a single grain from the Victorians, when we've already melted our axes into this statue?
We have to let those bastards feel the pain we went through.
Yeah, just like how I want to make you lot feel what it's like to die alone in an alley. Our brothers, our sisters died so we could live. Why must we now throw our lives away just to make others suffer? Do you want us to love them then? To love those who stole our crops? Killed our kin? No, of course not. No one needs to love their enemy. All I want is for you to love the living. To love yourselves. But I don't even need you to do that. I just have one question for you all. Tomorrow, once Samhain is over, once the shadow of war finally leaves us, what will you do? I wanted to finish this statue and carve my name on it. But now, I want to find a better smith to teach me to fix up a prosthetic leg.
I don't know what's up with the fancy speech all of a sudden, Cullen. But I don't care what happens tomorrow, or about the war. I just want the Victorians dead. So if you're speaking for them, I want you dead too.
Fine. We revenge for Taran like we always did, yeah. Look how well that's worked out for everyone.
Cullen swings the sledgehammer he used to force the statue towards the dragon's head. However, He exhausts himself both in making and moving it, so with a moment's hesitation, the hammer does not come crashing down. The crowd even assumes it to be some sort of ritual, and for a moment does not react to his plan. Only when they realize Cullen's intent to destroy the statue, do even the most dreary of the living dead recollectively howl and dash in his direction, surrounding him.
Don't be foolish, Cullen.
Nemos's cry is drowned out by the crowd's yells, but Cullen's voice remains clear for all to hear. Lakshini thinks of rushing over to him, but the angry crowd blocks her path. She bites her lip and tries to open a path through the sea of people with both her flames and voice, shouting to attract their attention. Unfortunately, they act as if they have already lost their senses. Maybe they truly have, who can say? I'm going to destroy this statue, in order to return the lives it took from you. Destroy it? How dare you? I remember what each and every bone was forged from. I'll turn its spine back into axe blades and blades, its ribs back into balls, I keep pronouncing it wrong, its skull into tables and chairs, and give them all back to you. Traitor! How could a hero like you betray us like this? If being unwilling to take someone else's livelihood makes me a traitor, then I was never a hero, but a traitor all along. Excuses! Excuses! I'll tell you who Cullen really is. He is no hero. He is a liar who hungered for fame. He claimed to have killed a squad of Victorian scouts in the dark woods, but it was not in the woods that he met those Victorian, but somewhere further away. They weren't even scouts, just a band of poor traitors, already trampled over by some army or other. He wanted to save them, but in the end, could only save one boy, a Victorian child. He didn't know what to do. Be it out of desperation or vanity, he decided to cut their heads off and tell his people they were scouts. That way he'd become a hero, the most prestigious person in town. He thought he could use that status for good. Raising the boy will become an act of mercy by the benevolent hero. You lied to us? Even this poor liar knew that he was still a blacksmith, and though he should learn his trade after the war. But you lot. What about you? I don't want a bowl, I wanted that Victorian, yeah.
You're not Cullen. You're a fake pretending to be him.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're not Cullen. He's our hero. The man of steel who even a whole Victorian squad couldn't handle. Who the bloody hell are you?
Huh. After dragging the statue all the way here from my workshop. How much longer do you expect me to live? Fresh blood gushes from Cullen's mouth and nose, as if he has just uttered his last words. He bears an almost kind and expectant gaze as he looks at his compatriots surrounding him, hoping their faces will reveal an expression other than hate. But he feels as if his eyes meet only a sea of purple flames. The faces behind the fire are difficult to discern, as if they are the restless death he met in those ruins outside long, long ago. He looks into the distance. You're not Aren. Aren protects blue boxes with all of his units unless no Sark is left alive. Who are you, reading imposter? Huh. Maybe I'm not Aren after all. In a corner of the edge of the square, he sees a tiny figure. He did not have time to look for Theo's corpse, but now it stares at him blankly, purple flames clearly visible around him. Theo? You too? Ugh. This was all for naught. What? It too, Theo? Cullen stumbles to his feet. There you go. Cullen stumbles to his feet and picks up his hammer to swing. The crowd stares at him with dread, fearing that the hammer will fall on their heads, but they do not back down. Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with the utmost ferocity, he strikes the dragon's head.
as if sounding a death knell. The hero's body collapses before the giant dragon, stunning the crowd as if they've lost something. Lakshini's voice finally spreads as her fire burns like a sunset set aflame, but she fails to attract any attention. Yeah, too little too late, as usual. Oh, hi. At the very moment, the statue suddenly bursts into purple flames, along with Cullen's lying quietly before it, sending the crowd reflexively into retreat. Within the fire, Cullen begins to pick himself up, while the giant statue extends its wings as if to fly away. When Cullen gets fully to his feet, the dragon statue flaps its huge wings, lifts off, and lands on the empty pedestal in the center of the square, prepared just for it. The crowd watches in complete silence, though whether out of shock or reverence is unclear. From the citadel come to faintly discernible sounds of footsteps, slow and late.
Truly a shame that I missed the only hero left in this city. Well then, people of Nassau, you see, your hero has sacrificed his life for this statue. Nightfall approaches, so if you still follow the Red Dragon's will, then you will obey curfew and head home.
I mean, yeah, there are aspects that are realistic. There are aspects that are kinda stretched to be. Serves the purpose of the story, right? But yeah, it doesn't feel that realistic to me personally. But I mean, the themes themselves are what matters, and I think those are definitely important. And we can relate to, for sure.
Let's see. Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with the utmost ferocity, he strikes the dragon's head, as if sounding a death knell. You're quite the fan of Cullen, I see. A tragic ending, but your embellishments made it beautiful.
You flatter me. I only ever met the blacksmith a few times. He was the first victim of the city's chaos, if you don't count Theo.
Actually, I'm rather curious about something. The Dubliners who walked into the darkness, did they also bear the purple flames you mentioned?
I guess, yeah, the whole thing is that it's told through a story, right? So, yeah, it has some slight changes. Like there's like Doki Doki Literature Club transition hits, scene ends, and you sigh of relief. Have survived, and now we pretend like nothing happened. Yeah. She's just there like, oh, well, that happened. Yep.
The winners who walked into the darkness, did they also bear the purple flames you mentioned?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't say.
Based on your story so far, I do not believe they would have. Corruption, smuggling, abuse of authority. They have many plans for the future.
If you've thought about it that much, we could probably come up with your own ending by now.
But that was not the only incident to occur in the city. You said so yourself. He was but the first victim. Though if you insist on ending this here...
The Red Dragon was certain those infected by the flames of death could not be saved. Excuse me.
And so she declared to her people that the land will become Death's domain, and they will become her followers, accompanying her on a journey towards death. The corpse-like masses no longer had the strength to either consent or refuse. That night, flames rose high into the sky, illuminating the fields, and since then, no one has ever seen the Red Dragon or her followers again.
Yeah. Are you a fanfic writer? That's an insult to fanfic writers, actually. Never mind.
What is it?
Nothing. You can go now.
There is obviously something.
Since then, no one's ever seen the Red Dragon. Really?
The author glances towards the tavern wall, covered in newspapers no one has touched. Today's paper is there too, with a photo of the leader glancing the head
gracing the headlines. It declares she is currently in Oak Grove for some ceremony or other.
Also, accompanying her on a journey towards death. When did that happen?
Stories are free to go where they please.
Free, sure. But that doesn't mean we get to twist the tale beyond recognition and laugh it off. It's true, it's true.
Why ever not?
Because you and I, we're Terrans. Our histories will reflect us, no matter how distorted they become.
Oh? You still regard yourself as a Terran?
I've been a Terran since the very first time I read a line penned by Simmons Williams. Why else would I have abandoned the warm armchairs of Castshire's countries? Okay. Why else would I have abandoned the warm armchairs of Castshire's county's literature salon and run all the way to Tara and become a...
You still regard yourself as a Terran.
An extremely ominous thought flashes through the writer's mind, but he immediately rejects it. He looks at the newspapers again. The papers report only facts, even if they are edited. I'll just go ahead and ask. Who sent you?
I'm here under no one's orders. As you put it, I'm simply an interested reader who wishes to help you piece together the truth.
Can you prove it?
Now there's a conundrum. It'd be simple enough to prove someone did send me, but the opposite? How do I prove someone's non-existence?
The author takes another gulp of beer, despondently gripping his head. He knows it is too late to run. You're not Victorian spy, are you? Oh no. But he can still turn things around. He just has to be clever about it. I mulled it over, and you're right. It's just a story. I suppose I was a tad nervous. Apologies.
You do have quite a few unfinished tales as well. Perhaps we can join them together and find an ending true to both now Cyrisi as well as it was, and the Tara in your heart. So if you're ready, then for the next story, how about we talk about the dance in the mirror?
The dance in the mirror? What?
No, this was not a matter of cleverness. As long as he is prudent, and lets the shadow of the story cast by firelight rise and warp, he will definitely be fine.
Interesting. That old dance. Let's continue, I guess. Wait, was this? Yeah, we only read the... Okay.
Red dragon of pride.
There we go.
Snubbed all companions, talking only to herself in the mirror from time to time. Once at Samhain, she was to host a grand banquet, and her mirrored self was to help. But the two could not appear together before the guests, or the reflection would perish.
Samhain.
The reflection had no choice but to obey the dragon's will. She went and fetched the wakeman for the banquet. The wakeman rejected their invitation and told the reflection to desert. Still, the reflection returned to the lair on her own, only to find the banquet had already begun. The reflection hurried to hide in darkness beyond the bonfire. As the banquet went on, the guests somehow began to vanish, one by one. And the red dragon found and dragged her mirrored self out of the darkness, forcing the reflection to dance with her. The two kept dancing, so relentlessly that the reflection could not feel her toes. She asked for a little rest, but the red dragon was never satisfied.
Not my proudest story, but it will do, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the theme, right? Forcing her to take over and all that.
Here, Lakshini.
The book you wanted. The sequel to the Steam Knights Adventures. Why, you ask? Do I need a reason to do something for my beloved sister? But do you really need to read it? Do you really need to read a book you have no interest in at all, but feel pressured by others our age to read? Oh, I do want to read it. Didn't you tell Father you didn't want anyone asking you why a Victorian wouldn't enjoy stories about the Steam Knights? This book. Did Dad ask you to buy it for me? Why do you ask? Because, how did you know? You're backing away from me, Lakshini. I don't want you to be scared of me like everyone else. No, If me knowing what you told Father is so scary, how about we dance together to calm you down? Dance? Really? Why not? With those words, Evelina gracefully extends a hand towards her sister. But in Lakshini's memories, even when her parents put on their favorite music, even when Father shook his head to the melody, even when Mother tapped her fingers to the beat, her sister would only sit perfectly still while bearing an icy smile. She had never moved her body to any tune, not even once. Once you can keep up with me, you'll no longer have to worry about any book, requests, or even friends our age. The unopened night novel falls to the ground, and the pleasant new book smell is now drowned by muddy water. She was still young then. She never imagined that achieving her desires could feel so heavy and bitter. She only remembers stumbling, turning away, ignoring what was reaching out to her. A soft and cold hand. Look, Shinny. The crowd is gone. You need no longer hide your identity.
Rip to the night novel, yeah. What did he do to deserve that?
Do you still think of them as alive, even now? I only know that every Taran's heart burns with a similar flame, and that ever since our ancestors first bent the knee to the Victorians, that flame has never gone out. That goes for all the townsfolk, as well as those who followed me back here. They all have the same fire, except that theirs has never been tainted by the shade of death. What a wonderful analogy, Lakshini. Then let me ask you again, what will you do? Dye these flames in your own hue? I imagine you must have tried already.
Actually, I hadn't. That's a good idea.
No matter how they are, once tainted by death, your flames can only render them into ash. So I have a proposal, Lakshini. Kill me. And everyone in the city as well. If it bothers you how this will be recorded in history, then you can just say that I killed them, and that you merely laid them to rest. The people of Nassau Irisi are still alive. Even if what animates their bodies is not life, but death. If they were truly devoid of even the faintest spark of life, they will have long since become one of those hollow, shambling corpses you have wandering about. Oh, they will. Eventually. No, they won't. I'd rather see the purple flames in them as a plague, one instigated by you. And you plan to find a cure for it? That's right. I want to cure you of it as well, Evelina. How wonderful. Wonderful? Yes, that's absolutely wonderful. Did you not notice? You aren't trying to run from me anymore. You're trying to cure me of all things.
Okay. Whoa.
Come dance with me, Lakshini. The same dance I've always invited you to. The one you always ran from. What did you say? I asked you to dance with me. But before the final bar, be sure to pierce my heart with your spear. This plague is lethal, and there is no cure. I do not question your resolve, but your efforts will be in vain. You have run from your fate long enough, and now Cyrus's fate, and ours too. It is not yet Samhain, but the boundary between life and death is more ambiguous than it has been in all of Taran history. Do you truly wish for Tara to become a kingdom of death?
The art has been going off, yeah. Dude, aura farming in the background. I saw this. I mean, I didn't have context, so obviously, I didn't have spoilers for it. But when I was looking for thumbnails, I saw this CG. I was like, dang, dude, aura farming in the back with the sisters in the front. It's so cool, yeah. Man is cultivating, yeah. So cool. Yeah, the colors also. So sick. Yeah, in this one you can actually see, I mean, I guess it's more dynamic, the pose, but you can actually see the dress underneath. In the other pose, you couldn't see the dress. It was a little confusing. But yeah. Lakshini subconsciously turns her head away. The fierce purple flames still raging the skeleton the hero dragged all the way here. Kulan, now taken over by purple flames, briefly stands up before sinking back down to kneel. She cannot bear another look at him, so she turns her gaze back to her sister's eyes and the hand she's been offered for so many years. It is unclear if it is her imagination or a side effect of the purple flames depriving everything they touch of vitality, but the hand before her seems so pale and bloodless compared to the one in her memories. We speak of a city and the lives of countless people, Evlana. You cannot sum this up as a matter as simple as fate. Are you finished? I believe we've spent enough time talking past each other. Evlana! Oh, but feel free to continue. If you so desire, I shall wait here for as long as you need me to. But do not try to take too long. You can afford to wait, yet that may not be true for others. You're right. You can afford to wait, but that may not be true for others. All right, I'll dance your dance, until one of us falls and can dance no more. But I will not follow your lead. Absolutely not. As you please. Though you seem to have misunderstood something, my dear Lakshini. The one who cannot afford to wait is standing before you now. Oh. Okay, then I won't do it. Taran's have too much. Looks like a picture art and kill all Victorians, yeah.
Cannot afford to wait. Lakshini scrutinizes her sister's face as she suddenly realizes something entirely unrelated to their conversation. The offer hand is indeed pale, and it's not just her imagination. Purple flames seem to weave together into an omnipresent cloak, giving Evlana her beautiful yet terrifying appearance. Yet they also fail to conceal the malady, which seems to consume her beneath her pale white skin. She shouldn't be like this. She was never like this before.
She did the flame thing to herself? Yeah.
Evlana, are you... Are you alright, sister? A smile spreads across Evlana's face. The same old ice-cold smile is always found there. This time, it seems to bear some warmth, but this only highlights her conspicuous paleness. I appreciate your concern. Really, I do. After all, those apathetic partings and painful reunions, to only now hear you asking if I'm well, it has truly been so long. Incidentally, I really do want to dance with you. I will, once I find a way to heal you. Very well, then I shall await you here.
Tips Fedora, my lady, yeah.
Evlana strides towards the citadel, her footsteps so faint that they seem almost frail.
All right. Interesting. Hi, Bridget.
Phew, you can say that again, yeah. Well, it all's well that ends well, am I right? Oh, Red Dragon, Nemos. There was no one at the gates when I got back. I thought something must have happened. What's going on in the square?
Alright, she didn't see, I guess.
Red Dragon, what's that?
Lakshmi is holding a small box in her arms. The dim night lights seem to make it harder than usual to see.
I couldn't save Colin. This was the only way for him to rest in peace, so he'd no longer have to suffer from the flames in the square.
The nomad is silent for a long time, until she finds a stone on the ground. She hurls it with all her strength towards the citadel, but the darkness of the night swallows it up, and it fails to even make a sound.
It's already past curfew. Nemos, Bridget, let's just... No.
Nemos reaches out to the wooden box, as if trying to brush the non-existent dust off the lid. She suddenly recalls being rejected by her own people a few days ago, and the superfluous words she heard of them. The wake men do not stand with the living, nor do we require their reverence, until of course they are dead. That is a tradition Dublin should be honoring.
Still, I'm grateful you were at least willing to give me this whistle. I'll be going now.
Wait, Nemos. You knew well that Samhain approaches and the wake men should be lacking sacred instruments, yet you still came. Did the Dublins force you to?
No, I came here of my own.
Nemos, you haven't changed one bit. You wait, mediate, and reconcile. Are you also like this in Nassau Irsi? Do you also serve the Red Dragon like this?
I just don't want to see a situation that could be improved deteriorate any further, or people who could have cooperated fighting each other.
If conflict is inevitable, it will only ever sink deeper into the mire. The city has tainted you with its darkness, Nemos.
So, the leader, the Red Dragon. Lana will never give now Saris his true life? Is that right, Lakshmi? She says she couldn't. She actually doesn't like to lie, unless there are other circumstances. She is the leader of Tara, the one and only Red Dragon. What could possibly be tying her hands? What's wrong, Nemos? You seem different.
Oh, good night, Trisel. Thank you for coming by. See you next time. Do you not have your own opinion? Yeah.
I get it. I finally get it. Your Highness, Lakshmi. It seems that fire can in fact infect the living. Nemos? The people I once depended on turned out to be a swarm of selfish parasites. The leader I once believed in turned out to be an evil dragon who doesn't care if anyone else lives or dies. The people I once put my life on the line to protect became the reason my closest friend died. I can't even imagine what they would have done to him if that wicked dragon hadn't lifted him up in the flames, with her flames. Colin was right to ask what we will do once Samhain is over. What should I do? Other than revenge, there's nothing left for me either.
As she utters these words, Lakshmi sees a flaming night with the final Nasarisa left untainted by the purple fire.
Your Highness, will you regard me the same as the rest of the residents? A servant of Eblana? No, this deadly disease, it has ultimately infected even the last person in the city. If so, Your Highness, then I swear to you that I will aid you in this dance that's been forced on you, until the very end. Until the wicked dragon falls. I have heard your vow. Now I must leave the city for a while. Come with me, Nemos. To the Wakeman? I have no hope of curing the flame here, so I thought we should seek aid from anyone who might be able to help. No, I can't go with you. I have no right to be there anymore. I'll stay in the city. As long as the Red Dragon doesn't realize what's going on and tear me apart, I'll try my best to keep the situation from deteriorating. Though I'd appreciate it if you could return the whistle for me. And Cullen too. Please give him a proper funeral. A proper funeral requires eulogies from friends and family, so I'll write one. Could you read it? Yeah, I'll write one. Could you read it for me there? All right.
Nemo shows a blue pill, right? That was a little weird. I don't know exactly, but that, yeah, why she decided that.
Here, it's done. I'll go with Reed. The Dark Woods aren't letting anyone in or out, but it should be smoother with us too. No, Bridget, you should stay too. I need your help. Reed? I'll be fine by myself. That works, but Nemo's, you're so different now. I guess this is what vengeance does to a person.
Guess so.
Alright, let's continue. Yeah, let's see if we can get one more. At least the before. Depending on how much time we get, let's see if we can get through both of them. I remember that there is an extra node aside from the ending one, so yeah, I just want to make sure that there's enough time for next stream to, hopefully complete it. Let's see.
Was that another trick of the shadows? This isn't the right way. I'm going in circles. I can't see the sky. How long has it been? How far do I still have to go?
Excuse me.
Well, I'm in the Dark Woods at least. The mist and noise Bridget was talking about didn't keep me out. Tricky Fae, shadows pointing the wrong way, foul beasts that trip you up branches. That's all more or less the same as when I was bringing Moran and the others back. The trees are too tall and the leaves too thick. They block out the sky, making the life here different from outside.
They are Inferno itself, yeah. I guess for these guys, yeah, it's true.
This is the right path. I'm at the heart of the Dark Woods now. The scenery seems different from before. Where did the red and gold of autumn go? Why does it look like this?
Like it's burned? Oh, the black mist, yep.
A black mist? So the woods are rejecting me after all?
Lakshini grabs her weapon tightly. If Nemos was right, and Dublin never returned after leaving the city, then they were most likely swallowed by the mist. But it shows no sign of aggression. It simply lingers.
Does it reject me? No, it's closer to indifference. Disappointment? Why?
There is no answer except the rustling of leaves. Lakshini shakes her head and cautiously goes around the mist, choosing a path that looks like it has the light at the end. The mist remains indifferent to her passage. Who decorated this? Yeah, who's in charge of this scene? The fate that delights in leading travelers astray are nowhere to be seen. Feeling when even vaporized water is disappointed in you. Oh.
Another dead end. No time to waste here. I'm sorry, but I'll have to burn a way through.
Oh, you're overthinking it.
Who's there?
Oh, hi. Take a guess.
You? How could it be? You're the gentleman from the city. I wanted to ask you something, but...
Indeed, hardly the most amicable of partings. Since then, I've been following and watching you for a while now. Consider it my way of reflecting on myself. I'll admit, you're not quite what I thought. But this is no time for small talk. Do not burn the trees. It should be enough to illuminate them with your fire. See for you what they really are.
What they really are? The leaves are razor sharp, the bramble are hard, and the branches have a metallic gleam. What is this?
That's not important. What's important is that your fire can burn through it.
Is it another device? Another ancient device or something? That'll be a crazy twist. Now follow me. Hurry before the black mist changes its mind. We can talk later, but if that thing is in a bad mood, there won't be anything left to bury when it's done with you.
Isn't that a dead end?
Why do you put so much faith in what you see? Just listen and move. Nothing personal. Missed. Nope. What if it's the ribs of an ancient dragon? Yo. That will make sense. That will be interesting.
This is the path I took when we came to Nassau Irsey. So this is where those trails lead? If you don't mind me asking, are you in the Forest Fae?
Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing to do with them. The woods, though. Centuries have passed, but it's hardly changed at all, other than the black mist. Ruins the view, really. Oops.
We'll be out of the dark woods soon. How could you...
This is really...
What's happening?
What's going on? Look behind you. Hello?
Reed, we're here.
Oh, there they are.
The refugees appear on the well-lit edge of the woods. What happened in the city? It's like the black mist got angry the moment you entered it, cutting it off from the outside. It's been days since anyone went into the dark woods. A few people were hunting on the outskirts when they heard sounds from within and saw what looked like fire. Whenever something similar happened before, the big man told us not to approach the woods. This time, though, we recognize your fire. We could hardly ignore it. You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous. Then you shouldn't have either. Not on your own. We all learned our lesson about letting you go off alone after waiting for you on the marshes outside Londinium. We trust you, so please trust us back.
Yeah, just a chill guy. I like the attitude of the king too.
Thank you. You're welcome. Let's go back to camp. Mm-hmm. Sir, will you... Who are you talking to? Is there someone else with you?
The red dragon turns around, but her uninvited companion has already vanished without a trace, like the dew under the morning sun. I guess so, yeah, he doesn't really need to care.
I work in Rhodes Island, yeah.
Sir, will you... Yeah, like the piece. Let me be clear. That's funny. Very, again, yeah, storyteller type of feel. Or a storybook, yeah. Just some companion that shows up every now and then, but then disappears. Yeah.
Thank you for providing refuge for these people. Nimas entrusted them to us. We simply did our part. On behalf of the Wakemen, I promise that we will not reveal your existence to anyone unaware. And you have seen with your own eyes that your people are safe. Now it's time for you to leave. What do you mean? Is she not welcome here? Neither are you people, Moran. Whenever two red dragons meet, endless conflict awaits. If you insist on involving yourselves in it, then we can no longer offer you sanctuary.
How could you?
This is how we have always been. The Wakemen neither start nor end conflicts. The disputes of the living are not our concern. We watch over only the souls of the departed. If you are truly the noble and compassionate leader Moran imagines you to be, you will not drag this innocence into your battle, Red Dragon. This isn't a battle between two red dragons. I came to seek your help on behalf of the people of Nassau Irsey. Every battle has its reasons. It's not an excuse. Reed wouldn't do that. Excuse or not, the disputes of the living are none of our concern. A hard-learned lesson whose bitter fruits we continue to taste to this day. Now leave. What if I'm here to ask you to hold a funeral? A funeral? In that case, the Wakemen will welcome you. But for that, and only that. Now tell me the name of the departed, their deeds in life, and present the remains. His name was Cullen. He was a blacksmith. Cullen? How did he die? The purple flames of death took both his life and his will. Not even my flames can help him now.
Oh. Would have been better to send the redhead after all. Yeah, it would have been helpful. But I don't know, she just took the, as you say, took the blue pill and said, I gotta stay here, so I don't know what the point of that was.
Then why is it that not a single denizen of Nassau has come to us to request a funeral since the city became independent? So it transpires that this first Nassau to be mourned since the end of the war was not taken by war at all.
Yeah. Pretty fitting of their current situation, if I do say so myself.
So I weave the straw into a ring like this? Yes, then adorn it with these flowers, and the wreath is complete. I remember when the farmers put a wreath on your head, praying for good harvest next year.
Feels like old times. I miss that.
Are you not happy here? I rather enjoy it myself. But the others might find it stifling.
The life of a Wakeman is almost like a self-punishment, after all. What's the word for it again? Asceticism? Aesthetic. Live aesthetic lives. We thought war was our only problem, yeah? Well, surprise, surprise. Hey, maybe now they realize they will help. No alcohol, no overeating, no fancy foods. Can't even laugh out loud. They wake up before sunrise and sleep after midnight. And everything in between is some ritual or other. What the heck? Now at least they don't expect the same from us. But there's no avoiding them when we have to help out on the farms and stuff. I've practically forgotten how to laugh. Warren's the only one who goes out of her way to talk to them. She's learning something new every day. Might be how they tie certain knots, might be how to estimate the age of a tree.
Compared to the Wakemen in Tales, though.
Nothing? When you can't even lol. Man. Your Highness? Yeah, I guess maybe... Can they send lol in text messages? Because they can do what we already do, right? Which is just type LOL. You know, even... You just got a bit of a chuckle and you type LOL, no matter what. So maybe, you know, if they are allowed to do that, that's what they do, probably.
Ma'am? I did not expect to find you here working with them. Reed has always been like this. Should we excuse ourselves? No, I simply came to confirm the fact of the departed's life, for the purpose of the ritual. Please tell me, what happened to Cullen? I will tell you all that I saw, as I saw it. I hope it makes you feel something.
They took our very soul away from us. They took away our memes. Memes. The DNA of the soul. Sucks. Sucks to suck. Alright, okay, so yeah, it seems like there will be time to read one more. Oh, hi, Alana.
I have already dismissed all the servants in the citadel. These footsteps, then.
Oh. Oh, there he is. What the heck? Wait. Your Highness.
Ah, it's you. Did you need something?
You aren't going to ask how I returned the right? No, we're just moving on. No, I won't. You came back, and that's all that matters, my loyal servant. So he's the one who brought back the food, I guess? It's over, Raiden. It's time for Jack to let it rip. Doctor, third of my flame inhibitors. Good job coming back. Now back to work, yeah.
Besides, I have a fairly good idea of what sort of guest you can bring me.
Huh? Oh,
Has the curfew started?
just now.
Then you could say that my orders have been followed.
What the? The freak? Failure.
Failure? Now Cyrus is here. I am here. What failure?
Escape.
The deadline is Samhain. Surely the Black Mist remembers this, even if it's hardly known for being a good listener.
Unsurprising. Disappointing. Unacceptable.
Am I meant to understand something from these few words? Or perhaps you too prefer the directness of arts and destruction to the imprecision of language? No sooner do the words leave Ablana's lips than gleaming branches thrust forth from the dark mist, reaching for her throat.
With the Manda trilogy about Brigadier escaping from the mist. Now that'll be a crossover. Yeah, that'll be cool. A spin-off short game about the Brigadier. That'd be pretty sick. Because I was gonna say, it would be cool if they released it as a paid game, like X Asterisk, is it called? I wanna play it at some point. It's a paid game that Hypercliff, right, developed. The only difference between Rosella and them is that they only use children brains in jars while we are using them wholesale. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Oh, with Metal Gear, you mean? Yeah. I thought it was a crossover with about the Brigadier, but no, that will be more of a spin-off. Yeah. At the same time, your spear penetrates the thick mist. Purple fire is faintly visible from within. She could burn it away to nothingness with a thought. But the branches never find Deblana's throat, and her purple flames never ignite. Purple burglar alarm. Samhain. By the time the sun rises on the day after Samhain, the outcome will be plain for all to see. So, why don't we dispense with these meaningless bluffs? I must remember Lord, so crossover with Revengeance is possible. Oh, that would be so cool to see. Yeah, I mean, I guess it will be, right? Because... No, they collab with Capcom. Which is why I was thinking that Resident Evil crossover will be possible and cool. I don't know, have they collabed with Konami? I guess that's the only way, right? Because, yeah, they can, that's Kojima. Evelana's spear still impales the mist, but the branches before her throat disappear a moment later, as do the flames at the tip of her spear. The dark mist dissipates. Your Highness. You're still here. Did you need something else? Is this about Dublin? There are only the two of us here. I will permit you to speak that word again, my most loyal servant. Thank you, but there is no need. Spectres are but spectres. Even if they help found a nation, there is no place for ghosts in the history books. But I worry about my colleagues who stayed behind that day, as I did. Where are they? Could they mean you harm? No need to worry. Even if there were, that is no reason for you to risk staying here. Road silent in a haunted house? That is sick. I saw a scene of chaos on my way back. It was bedlam. People were fighting over the tiniest things. Sometimes nothing at all, while others seemed to be stuck where they stood, like statues. Just like the specters who followed the Victorians with us. Will they fade into darkness too? This is now Sauirsi, the Red Dragon's lair, the capital of Terra. Anything that happens here will have repercussions across the nation. No, it won't. You don't sound convinced. Your Highness, at the end of the day, I have just one question.
One question I pray you will answer.
Very well. I will forgive your imprudence.
Takes a deep breath. Your Highness Sablana, that future you promised Dublin, you promised Tara, that future where all Tarans could freely ride their own dreams. Was it all a lie?
The Brigadier cannot stop himself from trembling. The fear that had lurked in his heart for days overcomes him. It is not because It is not because he fears his own end. He is not afraid of being swallowed by the dark mist like his colleagues, or of invoking the Red Dragon's wrath. He fears that he will hear an answer he dare not consider. It was true. Every word of it.
Your Highness.
I have answered your question, Brigadier. The Red Dragon's voice seems ethereal, feeble even, but it leaves no room for questioning. It is the voice that has led the man to victory countless times, and so he slowly straightens his back.
Then I trust you.
Perhaps you simply have no other choice.
Often have you chosen a path that seemed baffling, impossible even, but it always ends up leading us closer to our dreams. Of that I have no doubt.
Such deep trust is indeed worthy of my gratitude. However, I do not require you to maintain order within Nassau, you see. If you manage to return from the Dark Woods, then you should return there now.
Until Samhain has passed?
Until Samhain has passed. Or... I stepped into the Dark Woods one morn, calling to the mists of war.
Your Highness?
Do you hear the song coming from beyond the woods? Hardly a day has passed since you left. Fine work, Lakshini.
I am. How do you plan to respond to the crisis?
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you kill the zombies, they don't burst into crowds of dust and they face everyone. Not that they will magic. Damn, humanity has it so easy here.
That would be so funny. Yeah, if instead they go to Raccoon City or something like that. That would be great.
Is that what's been happening in the city? Wraith, your sister, what is she planning?
What is she planning, man? What is she doing?
I don't know. Someone once told me that her plans would only ever be beneficial to Tara. Now, though, I can trust neither her nor the one who made that promise.
Are you still not going to help her, Wake Woman?
She came for a funeral, and we will only accept her for that.
Okay. Oh, I thought I clicked.
It will be interesting to see why he's not doing anything at all. Yeah. The whole thing of the mist seems interesting. Seems like it will be the theme of this second half. I have learned of the deeds of the departed. Bring in notes and reads and come outside. The funeral is about to begin. The people set aside their differences and stand up in silence. Well, I mean, if they are technically dead men walking, wouldn't that also, concern the wake men? Right? Maybe that's where it comes in. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the midst of war. I trod upon the road, heading out to war. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums a roar. Only the bells behind me. Through dew and fog, the rings do soar. The wakemen sing softly, each attending to their own duty. Some adorn the coffin with knots and wreaths. Some lay firewood and kindling around it. Some distribute candles to the attending refugees as they continue to sing. Tiny lights begin to sway through the camp. Lakshini has a candle too, which she carefully leaves in front of her chest.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I didn't know the departed, and don't really have much to say. But where I grew up, people talked freely at funerals.
Certainly, That is how Terrans honor the departed. Life shall be celebrated, even after its end. The joy of the living is its consolation to the dead. You are free to talk amongst each other. I also made some snacks. Please feel free to share them. We will also provide refreshments later.
Dang, okay.
However, we must request that you exercise restraint concerning that Mr. Cullen died before his time, and under unfortunate circumstances. We must also ask you to follow our instructions during the fire returning ceremony.
Understood. Is this how you folks hold funerals, Moran?
We didn't have all these rites and ceremonies. All we did was keep watch through the night. No clue what this fire returning thing is either.
Guess we just follow their instructions.
Have you ever been part of a ceremony like this, Reed?
I see.
Well, it is cool that they get to see the traditional way.
You mean...
Lakshini has found the wakeman. The hero's funeral has begun. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the midst of war. I trod upon the road, heading out to war. Do you know this song?
You already know the answer. I led the young into battle with it more than a few times.
Yeah, I really like the Brigadier. I'm glad he's back. It's really interesting. We definitely need a spin-off with him.
Who is it? Who's singing? Oh, these guys.
Why is it that I still hear that song here at the site of the old capital, even after escaping the dark woods? Or am I still stuck in the woods? No. The sound is coming from the furnace at the center of the ruins. Such a beautiful tune. No pipes a singing, nor battles, drums or roar. Only the bells behind me. Through dew and fog the rings do soar. I should go back. Now I see what I truly want. Besides, do I really deserve to escape now so easy?
Is that the cure? What is happening?
Here, Emma. Today is bread. Thanks for sharing your food in times like this. You shared with me before, just returning the favor. But why do you keep staring at the bread in my hand like that? Control yourself. She's Emma, the one who shared bread with you. You must help her. You must... I'm fine, Emma. I just meant to say, you've been bedridden for so long. There'll be tough times ahead.
Oops. Okay.
No pipes a singing, nor battle drums a roar.
Why are you singing that? Why does it keep skipping? There we go.
Someone singing in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm clicking, that it's making it fast forward like that, or going to auto mode.
Friends of the departed, please present your eulogy before the fire returning ceremony begins. Read. I have a eulogy here, written by Nemus. May I read it? Of course. Go ahead. Dear Cullen. A letter? Cullen, perhaps it won't be long before I join you.
Oh, that's it? Oh, here we go. I'm assuming, yeah.
Cullen, perhaps it won't be long before I join you. Before I become a slave of the purple flame. Before I turn to ash. Perhaps there won't be anyone to free me from an afterlife of eternal torment. But I've never forgotten what you said to me. You said you wanted to be a hero. You asked me to let you become one. You said Nassau Irsi needed a hero for the post-war days. One who belonged only to us. Neither Dublin nor soldier. You said that nearly everyone in the city had lost something important in the war. Be it a partner, a child, or a future. Without a hero, and exemplars to understand them and fight for their rights, one who would also set them right should they go astray. Without that, they wouldn't have anything to hold on to when the war ends, when they have no one left to hate. I agree and assented to your request. You took Theo in and helped the people who'd lost their livelihoods. You thought everything was on the right path, and so you proposed a statue. You became fully immersed and took on a great burden. By the time you realized, it was too late. Now it is my turn to carry this burden, one too heavy for any single person to bear. Now it is my turn to carry this burden, one too heavy for any single person to bear. Farewell, Cullen. Or should I say, Sango for. May we meet again, in the warm flames.
There you go. Different looking CG. Maybe it's inside of town that the CGs look like that.
As she finished, a flame is thrown into the kindling surrounding the coffin, igniting the firewood. The crowd gathers around the bonfire, following the instructions of the wakeman. Witness that the departed has found peace in flames. He shall no longer wander the mortal realm. Place your candle as close to the fire as possible, or throw it in directly. Return the fire to the departed. If you have anything to say to the departed, say it aloud to the flame. Be it praise or reproach, they are the memories that will console the departed at journey's end. Once you have returned the fire, please remain to keep watch over this soul, until the fire has gone out. Let us begin. Sanlet, may you find rest, stranger. Deceiver and hero. Moran bends down and places her candle by her fire. The licking flames swallow it in an instant, almost burning her hand. Do you want to come closer to the fire, Rith? Is there anyone here who doesn't deserve to pay respects to Kul? If there's anyone here who doesn't if there's anyone here who doesn't deserve to pay respects to Cullen, it will be me. You couldn't have saved them.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Moran?
If there was a way, she would have. Otherwise, they're writing the creed that it was impossible.
There was no place for him in the Red Dragon's lair from the moment he made the choice to truly become a hero. You shall return the fire to him. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Let the dead rest with their memories as life goes on. Return the fire. Let the dead rest with their memories as life goes on.
Is that gonna give her an idea?
Excuse me. While Lokshini is lost in thought, the others continue to return their fire and then sit down some distance from the bonfire, until she is the only one left with a candle in her hand. She walks forward in silence and tosses the candle into the blazing bonfire. The dead are gone. All their ambition, obsession, realization, and desperation turn to fading smoke in silent ash in the flames.
Well, there you go. That's a good note to put it, because I feel like that, ended the first half of the story. So let's see where things continue next time. So far it's interesting. Yeah, I'm more interested in what comes next, honestly, because the part with the statue and all that felt like it was gonna be the end, So when that happened early on, I was like, what? So yeah, I'm excited to see where the story goes from here. But yeah, definitely interested to see what Blana's plan is, what her whole deal is with Dark Mist. I guess yeah, for now I'm just gonna leave it here. It was interesting. It was interesting. I have my thoughts, but I want to wait until the end of the story. Cause yeah, it's been, you know, I want to see the full thing, I guess. But yeah, there's been things that I've been like, and there's been that I've been like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like the art, right? The art is really cool. Music is cool too. I like more of Reed. I like that we saw more of the Brigadier. I wasn't expecting to like that character as much as I do. But yeah, it's interesting. Get a different type of story from you, Shaw. The flow has been here and there, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. But yeah, thank you for coming by, everyone. Next stream will be on Thursday. We're beginning, finally, Silksong. I'm really excited to begin, and yeah, see where we go from there. See what's in store, I guess. After the long wait. Brigadier Terminator-esque returns from the mist needs to be covered. Yeah! Will be nice if we saw his perspective at one point. Yeah, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, yeah. No problem. Thank you once again for watching. With all that said, I'm Aren, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Have a great rest of the day.